paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weirdo woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap, we don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
X. Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler, the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arca Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody Ake Camelot 331 wrote it, and it is amazing. You should all go back it on Indiegogo, just like I have.
I'm sweating like a country pig. I'm gunning beers and taking swigs of ice cold Jack. We're at the track, it's racing day, we're getting smacked. I never really understood this NASCAR shit. I thought, how could I be impressed when cars go left? But then I went and baby, it's the best. The ladies here are fine as spring. They'll hop to a ride on that thing. There's beer and whiskey everywhere. There's smoke and rubber in the air. I'm gunning beers, I'm shooting Jack. We're here all day, 500 laps. And when they start them engines up, man, my heart, it starts to pump. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. The beer and rubber, perfect mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. It's not loud, we're in the crowd. We're watching cars go round and round. We're in the South, the USA. We fly that flag each goddamn day. And when it's time to watch a race, we crack a beer right on our face. We watch them cars go fast and left. This NASCAR shit's the fucking best. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. I'm drunk as shit, I love this mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. Oh, Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. A dirty summer country mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their cartridge hits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit.
Hey, you're finally woke.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I didn't do fucking shit.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks? Has anybody noticed this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
How you guys doing today on this illustrious ass Wednesday? Hope you guys are doing well as hell, because I know I'm doing as well as hell as I could possibly be. And we got so much to talk about. It's going to be a fun ass night, and I'm so excited to see my boys. Hope you guys are excited as well. Some crazy shit be happening in the world, and we're going to cover all of it today, and it's going to be awesome as hell. Jay Sledge, what's up, brother? How you doing, dude? Hope you're doing well, man. Big shout out to Mr. Billy Hatcher with a pink boy to start the show off today. Oh, my God, Jesus. Look at my boy coming in strong, trying to get us that naked snake right away. It's been very, very close the last, 6 streams in a row. Down to the wire. It was like Jeff 2 streams ago. What the last stream, who was it? I forget now. I don't remember. Damn. Man, my mind is frazzled. Thank you so much, Billy. He says, I haven't seen Nick in a while, but I hope he's doing better these days. I also rewatched King of the Hill recently and still love the original show. It's the best shows on Fox, besides American Dad. I never liked American Dad. I thought it was strange. I love Futurama, obviously. Futurama gets a little strange at the end as well, or further on it goes. I think King of the Hill always stayed very consistent. And even I watched the new season of King of the Hill, and it was great. So thank you, Billy. I appreciate you, brother, for your pink boy. You're the GOAT. You're the man. You're the myth. You're the legend. And we're only 8 likes away from that beautiful 100-like goal. Big shout to my boy. Thank you, boy. Charles says GameStop should sponsor your NASCAR. Their loss. Oh, my God. I agree with you, dude. By the way, if this is the right one. Is it? It is. Big shout out to Charles real quick. Charles, on almost every single stream that I've done in the last while, has dropped on my PayPal for Vegas and Phoenix. Thank you so much, brother. I love you, dude. I really appreciate that, man. He's keeping it going inch by inch. It's now at 51-52. Thank you so much, brother. If we hit that goal, I'm safe as hell. I ain't got to worry about anything. So thank you so much, man. I really, really appreciate it, Charles. Keeping it alive. Keeping it alive. Thank you, brother. All right. Thank you, Charles. So if you guys didn't see the news, and I knew this was going to happen because I got a hint, an insider hint that old Aaron Imholte was going to be sentenced to jail time, which is great. It's just a little funny, man, because I don't talk about him much because he's kind of just like insignificant, but the dude's like really, really, he's a really creepy dude. I won't be honest. I've talked to Art about this, how he just is very weird and disingenuous. Like when you watch his show, he's just a very strange and disingenuous person. And there's a lot of lore there that I won't get into. I don't know the guy. I just know from what I see on the show, and he's just really spooky. He's a fucking spooky dude. And the way I tried to voice it to my buddy one time, and I was like, I just don't understand. Like I can't read him. It's almost like he's an empty like husk of a human. Like he doesn't have a soul. And I'm not meaning that in like a weird, like he doesn't have a soul, you know, I'm like kind of way. Like it's like he's not a real human. It's fucking weird. I've had a hard time kind of voicing it because he just says shit, right? Like he claimed I wasn't a professional. I wasn't a real race car driver, which I kind of agree, but that's for different reasons. Okay. Now I have competed in like 50 NASCAR races to date, which is like the fucking dream. But he also claimed he could beat me in a fist fight, even though he has zero muscle mass. The guy like probably benches less than 25 pounds, like on the bar. And I bench over 400, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never understood. Anyways, it seems like the dude is just not a real person. And I kind of felt bad for him for a long time. But then he kept making moves, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it. So, yeah, if you guys don't know, he violated his probation order or his parole order. And so basically he had he got in trouble under revenge porn laws for sharing a nude of Nick Rekieta's wife on stream for some reason. I don't know why anybody would do that, but here we are. And then, of course he got bonked for it. It's a gross misdemeanor, right? And then he got sentenced yesterday to 15 days in jail, which is a W. Like I don't really, you know, I'm just happy to see it. You know what I'm saying? Probably selfishly. But we can pull it up here. Yeah, he kind of just and the unfortunate thing is even talking about him today will like get him hard because he loves when people talk about him. Like it's his favorite thing on the planet. He's just one of those guys, man. He's like a review tech, but at least review tech seems kind of genuine when he's freaking the fuck out. Like you can actually believe his freak out sessions. But this guy, like it's just something fucking weird about him. He's the spookiest dude on the planet, man. He's just spooky man. So we're going to jump into that a little bit, and then we're going to move on to Crackle Barrel, and then we're going to move on to a lot of stuff. I invited Nick onto the show, and he told me to go fuck myself. Those were his exact words. Not really. He said he wasn't home yet. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Tug Simp says also 1 year suspended sentence and 2 years supervised probation. The dude's a goober, man. And I was talking about this yesterday to one of my buddies. I was like, all he had to do was nothing. He could have just done nothing and got the ultimate W. Okay, look, regardless of what you think about the whole Nick Rekieta drama, that's such a long time ago now. You know, Nick took his licks and he moved on, and he's better as a result of it. Now, all Aaron had to do to just win the whole thing was just not do anything. And he was the winner, you know, in the grand scheme of things, right? He got away. He lost April, whatever, but he got away. He didn't get arrested in the debacle, and he has a show. He can survive and do whatever he wants. But he just couldn't do that. And he had to fucking just dip his, no pun intended, toe in. And now he's going to go to jail. Like, just fuck. What? So silly. I feel like you just could have won, but you just couldn't take the easy W. You had to go at it. And that's the thing with this dude is, anytime anybody ever talks about him, he has to respond. He has to make it like the point of his show. He has to make it all like a big ass deal. And that's kind of what kept the show alive for a little while, because he actually got decent viewership back when all this stuff was happening. And then of course it fell off. So when stuff falls off, you get desperate, you want to freak the hell out, you got to freak out and you do stuff, you know. So Admiral says, so you think I got a chance to April? Yes, sir. No. I don't know. Make sure you guys like the stream. Big shout out to Billy and Charles for the first super chats of the night. We are up against the 513th naked snake in a row. We have not missed a naked snake since 2021. 4 years. So don't forget, every super chat goes towards that. It's much appreciated. And we have, of course, the membership goal of 100 for the fight milk. And then, of course, double fight milk gets triggered if everything goes crazy. Because you guys are wild and you always want me to be sick to my stomach and have to take ibuprofen and lay in bed all day the next day. Yeah, I'm getting older, and the older I get, the more fight milk like wrecks me for a whole day. But it's worth it. All right, anyways. So this video is from back in April. So if you don't know, this dude actually has a show on YouTube because he is a quote-unquote professional radio guy. So if you guys didn't know, this guy, when he's talking about radio, he'll like mention the biggest radio stars on the face of the earth, like that existed in the past, like Howard Stern. And then he'll like sympathize with them and be like, I know exactly how it is, what they're going through. And I'm like, motherfucker, listen. Okay, listen. That's like me saying I auditioned for a Disney show in 2019. So I know exactly how Chris Pratt feels after doing the entire Avengers shit. That's like what that's the equivalent to what he's saying. Yes, I auditioned for a Disney show in 2019. I did not get it, obviously, because I'm here right now. Otherwise, my happy ass would have been gone. But that's the same parallels, right? And that's the one thing that always weirded me out about this whole situation. If there's ever a conversation about boxing going on, this guy's like, as an expert boxer, here's my take on this Mike Tyson fight from 1990. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always the silliest shit in the world. And I'd always put my hand like in my face, like face palm, every time I'd hear this shit. I'm like, bro, just be yourself. You don't have to gas yourself up like this. God damn. You know what I'm saying? You got an audience of like 80 or 60 people. Like at least just be yourself. Be like, hey, I got these people. Hell yeah. But no, he just can't. He has to be the most famous radio guy on the planet and also the most famous boxer on the planet. Although, at the end, his drive ended him up in jail. PS2 Chopper with 20 gifted memberships. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you so much, my man. My love. My king. I'm reading through the Lord of the Rings right now. So, hey, man, I'm sorry. It's happening. It's going to happen. Thank you, PS2 Chopper. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much, dude. All right, anyways. Let's join in this. So this is Aaron talking about his revenge porn charges. If you guys don't know, the reason he went to jail was because he shared a nude without somebody's consent of somebody's wife. He got in trouble for it because you can't do that. It's called revenge porn. He had like a probation order as a result of it. And then, of course, he violated his probation immediately because he just can't not do it. He has to do it, right? It's like It's part of the show. He's a radio guy. He's got to fucking just violate his probation immediately. So he gets sentenced to jail time, which was not surprising. I think the max he could have got was 364 days. He was looking at 30 and he got 15.
And
but it was so many times like that where back in the day he's like, I'm not going to talk about these people who are my friends, and then like the next stream he would just fucking talk about it. He just can't do it, man. He can't do it.
And this weekend at the lake, we're going to be doing basically a rib roast. You know, we're going to be taking out the smoker cooker, and we're going to be making like 45 pounds of ribs for everybody. And I am charged with illegal dissemination. No, I'm sorry. I am charged with making the Kansas City dry rub.
So if you can't tell, he's joking about his charges. So he doesn't give a fuck. And I mean, I wouldn't expect him to give a fuck, right? So he was, spoiler alert, he did not go to the rib roast. The only roast that is getting roasted around him is his ass cheeks when Bubba gets a hand out of him. That's going to happen. This dude is a floppy wet bag, and he is going to get used and abused in jail. And that's going to be kind of interesting for him. We're going to see how that plays out. But it's been all over the damn internet. It's been absolutely beautiful. Says he sentenced 15 days in jail. And to give you a little bit more of a from my understanding, I also want to let you guys know that I don't follow the lore as close as a lot of people do. That, you know, I'm not super passionate about the drama sphere. But from my understanding, him hiring another comedian to talk about the person that he had the restraining order against him, he hired another person to talk about her, which violated his probation. From my understanding. He thought, I guess, if it wasn't literally his mouth, then he was totally fine with it.
Imholte, if you're just joining us, going to jail.
Aaron left the polycule in the lowest headspace of his life.
No,
but now,
not
through
headspace.
therapy, he's become a better partner, father, and Christian.
Get up! Imholte's going to jail.
He has been redeemed by his Savior, Jesus Christ.
No!
There was a lot of this. There was a lot of leaning on the religious stuff.
No, man, come on.
Totally leaning on the religion stuff.
Brother Toe.
Look at the crabs.
Full effect.
Brother Toe!
Brother fucking Toe. He loves his kids and wants to put them on a righteous path, especially his son, who he wants to, you know, not turn out to be a piece of shit like him.
Ralph's really enjoying this. Imagine you go to jail and you have Ralph over here just fucking crab dancing, bro. Just with the crabs, bro.
We loved each other once. Aaron said that in his statement.
Oh, no!
Yeah, Aaron said in his statement to the person that he violated his probation against that he was in love with her once. It's all a very cringe-ass story, to be fair. The lore behind it is super cringe. Everything's really cringe about it, to be fair.
Last time.
It's really weird.
Aaron will never be at the two places in St. Cloud. People have harassed Aaron at every turn, sending people to take pictures and video of him.
People have harassed Aaron at every turn, when in retrospect, Aaron was harassing literally everyone around him 24/7. And maybe he doesn't see it that way, but he was doing it as a means to make content for his show, right? Because if he ever talked about any of this stuff on his show would get like double or triple the viewership. So the fact that if anything within his personal drama happened, that's all he talked about for like 3 days. And of course, he couldn't help himself, so he ended up suffering the consequences as a result. You know what I'm saying?
Gino, he totally wrote off. He said, if the court will take mercy on me, I will never work with Gino Bisconte again. That is a quote. I will never work with Gino Bisconte again.
I've seen these things. So remember what I said earlier when I said that the reason he violated his parole was because he hired this other comedian. Well, that other comedian is Gino Bisconte, who apparently talked about Kayla at this, gig or whatever, which is in turn what got him sentenced to jail time. And the fact that he's like, I'll never talk to this person again or work with this person again, it's kind of sad, right? And it's not even a guarantee. It's like as a chance to not get as much jail time. I'll never talk to my friend again. Very weird behavior, right? If they were like, denounce your friend, Cody, I'd be like, nah, fuck it. We're going to jail, boys. You know what I'm saying? Because like if I'm going for 15 days or 30 days or 60 days, none of that really matters to me, in my opinion. I'm not good at throwing my friends under the bus. It's something I've never been able to do. I can't live with myself if I do it. And trust me, there are still people to this day that's angry at me that I'm still friends with Nick after all the drama went down. Now, obviously, that's quietened down a lot in the last 6 months. But, dude, there was people that were furious that I was still cordial with Nick and friends with Nick and still talking to Nick and still hoped for the best. I said from day one, I hoped for the best. I hope for the best for Nick. I hope he gets back on his feet and he does what he needs to do. And that's how it worked. And you can tell immediately, you can see the contrast, right? Remember earlier when I talked about how Aaron was like an empty husk of a human? He immediately takes Gino and throws him in the trash. Just throws him in the trash like he means nothing so he can maybe get a lighter sentence, right? I had people threatening to fucking kill me, expose me, all this shit when the shit was going down. I don't know if you remember, but when I was streaming and talking about the Nick stuff, when it was going down, I had 2,000 viewers. And the chat was not happy. They were fucking freaking out. And I'm like, look, dude, I know Nick in real life. I hope Nick makes it through this shit. And he did, right? He did. And it's my desired outcome is what happened. Nick didn't get no jail time. Isn't that the craziest irony of this whole story? Nick got no jail time, right? But Aaron did. That's crazy. That's wild to me, right? Absolutely wild. Anyways, big shout out to Billy for the pink boy. Big shout out to Charles for the blue boy. And big shout out to PS2 Chopper for the gift of memberships. Let me go back to this. We are 448 away from Naked Snake tonight. We are a gold, an orange, a red, a teal, and a blue away from a rainbow night. Thank you, guys. Well, I don't know, Billy. I think they were decently fair. They were decently fair. He didn't go to jail, which is, I think, the most important thing, right? KZ says, why would anybody give a shit about who you're friends with? Well, this is the internet, right? And a lot of people don't have that perspective, and it's not their fault at all. It's just people don't have that perspective of content creators and real life, right? So a lot of people think content creators or YouTubers or whatever have you are, they don't consciously think this, they subconsciously think this, right? They don't realize that they're actual people. They see it no different from a Netflix show or Duck Dynasty, right? They don't understand they're real people. They do, but they don't. It doesn't connect. Until they meet you in real life, they're like, holy shit. I've met people in real life that fucking hate me in the chat or for various other reasons, and they meet me in real life, and they're like, oh, wow, you're awesome. Man, you're a good dude. You're funny. I'm like, yeah, I'm just a guy, right? They don't, they didn't connect the dots. It was all a football game. It was all entertainment. It was all Duck Dynasty. None of it was real. So they treat this as a giant drama sphere, right? And I don't get it because I'm on the other side of it, right? So people will ask me, why do you still like Melanie Mac? And I'm like, I don't know, because she's always been nice to me and we've been friends for a long time. They're like, yeah, but she said this thing. And I'm like, what? That has nothing to do with me. They're like, well, I don't like her. And that means if you don't like her, or if you like her and I don't like her, then you're bad and I hate you now and I'll never watch you again. And I'm like, I literally did nothing. I did nothing. But it's a parasocial drama thing. And the people that do this generally will find themselves not watching creators at the end of the day, right? They'll get to the end of their list of creators that keep thwarting them. And there's one guy that I know that ended up hating almost every single creator in every single sphere because he would talk shit about another creator in the chat, and they would be like, "Oh, I like that person," and he'd be like, "Well, I hate you now." And coincidentally enough, I saw that guy in a chat randomly somewhere, and I was like, "Holy shit, this guy is still around. He hates me now too. Fucking hates me. Why? Because I'm friends with Anna, that Star Wars girl. There's a guy that literally hates me because I'm friends with Anna, that Star Wars girl. He messaged me and said, Anna's mean. She banned me in her chat and she's a fraud. And he apparently emailed her like 100 times harassing her. And I was like, okay, well, I'm friends with her. So like whatever you guys got going on has nothing to do with me. So now he hates me too. And he says, I'm a fraud and I'm evil now. I'm like, bro, this isn't a video game. This isn't a movie. This isn't a TV show. These are just people. Okay. These are just people. You need to get with the program and chill the hell out. But that's how these things work. Anjali, almost 3 years. Here's a shot to you. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you, Anjali. Thank you. Dravian says, we love you, the whole family. Dravian coming in with a gold boy. Oh, my word. That's an orange, a red, and a blue, and a teal from a rainbow night. The gold boy has been handled by Dravian. Thank you, brother. That puts us 62 out of 500 for Neck of Snake for the 513th stream in a row. Big shout out to the boy. Oh, my God, Art. How do you know? How do you fucking know, Art? That's crazy. That's crazy. Art, you wild. How do you know the lore? Art knows the lore. Yeah, that's the dude. That's crazy that you know that. I got banned for Amaranth's chat. I deserved it. I was being a dick. What'd you say? Take your titties out. Make your porn real. It's like, all right, come on now. Come on, dude. 47 Dibs says, I met you at Talladega at the fence. I thought you were very cool. You're going to be at Talladega in 3 weeks. Hope to meet you again. Hey, brother, how you doing? I don't remember. I'm at the fence. You met me at the fence. I do see a lot of fences. I don't remember. I'll probably remember you if I saw your face. I know when I was at Texas, there was way too many fans. I guess truck racing is like a little different. There was so many people. They were like swarming me, and I'm like, oh. You know, it's weird because everybody, if you like just look at me online, like everybody in the racing sphere fucking detests me for whatever reasons. Whatever. I beat my kids. I don't have any kids. Beat my wife. I don't have a wife. It's always a different weird reason, right? It's always like completely fake. Every reason is always this made up weird crazy shit. I saw a chat the other night. I was watching a race and it was a stream and you could see the chat in the stream. The stream's chat was talking about me the entire race. Why? I don't know. But they were like, everything they were saying was completely, they were making it up as they go. They were like, it was like D&D in the chat, but it was me. I was the campaign. They were just making shit up as they went. It was crazy. Dude was like, I saw him on his podcast crying about this and this. And I'm like, for one, those two things, I don't even know what you're talking about. And two, I don't talk about racing on my podcast. What the fuck? And it was like, it was his morning podcast. I saw it. And I'm like, I don't do a morning podcast. What the fuck? It's crazy, man. The world of online is insane. But at any rate, that's neither here nor there. Every time I go to the track, everybody's so nice. Everybody's so cool. It is like a different world. Real life versus online is not even remotely similar. You go to a racetrack in real life, everybody's like, oh, what's up, dude? They're all like high five. Everybody loves it. But you go online, it's like, oh, fucking hope he dies in a wreck. I'm like, what the fuck? Hence the reason people don't probably get out. Ericaius with an orange boy. He's getting the orange boy down the hatch. Oh my God, Death Trout. No, you real cold. You still my entertainment. Hell yeah, brother. This guy right here, Ericaius, came to Chicago to see me. It was awesome. And he was jacked. There's a video. There's like an official video online from that conference. And there's a picture. There's a video of me and him like shaking hands and hugging. It's pretty cool. It's very cinematic. Thank you, Ericaius. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. Ericaius. He's the man. Yeah. Thank you, brother. The gold boy's out of the way. Now it's a red, a blue, and a teal. Look at that. We're on our way to the Naked Snook. 418 away. Thank you, brothers. All right. Oh, Loudon. I wanted to go to Loudon. I like big flat tracks. I'm the same online and IRL. Just a bitch. Hell yeah, Squid Pro. Rakin, but you have cried. Listen, Rakin, why are you always a dick to me? I thought we were friends. Okay, in real life, all you do is drink my booze and sit on the couch quietly. But in the chat, you're always like, I hate you and I hope you die. And I'm like, damn, Rakin, what the fuck? All right. All right, dudes. All right, let's get. Sorry, I got sidetracked. So Aaron Imholte went to got sentenced to 15 days in prison. He has to report the 17th of October, I think, is the date he has to go, which is actually very strange to me. I don't really understand the court system. Like he's sentenced to jail and then he just has to eventually go. Like there's a date he's supposed to go to jail, and I'm like, that's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. But it's like, okay, we'll see you in a few weeks, brother, for your jail. Okay, I'll see you in the jail eventually. You know, Baba Yaga. That's a great name, Baba Yaga. What is that from? Well, I mean, obviously it's like a Baba Yaga. It's a deeper lore thing, but I think there's like a Baba Yaga. Yeah. It's the supernatural figure in Slavic folklore. She's a witch. But isn't she in a Miyazaki film? I think. Anyways, he got 15 days in jail. So what? Well, I've seen this online and I don't actually get this thought process, right? There's people kind of excusing and or defending or what's the word? Reasoning or reconciling. Oh, well, it's not a big deal. And I'm like, for one, he could have just not, you know, right? He only got 50. He could have just not done any of this. You know, I've never been to prison, right? That's kind of, I feel like it's a big fucking deal to go to prison over, or jail. Sorry, I apologize. Going to jail over something you didn't really have to go to jail for. Like you could have just not done. It's the craziest shit. The reason behind all this is it is the most silliest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like you could have just not, right? You know, that's like a police officer walking up to your door and saying, "Hey, just letting you know that there was a disturbance 2 houses down. And we're kind of perimetering, you know, we're running a perimeter on the air. So just don't worry about it. We're just looking around, you know, just letting you know we're in the area." And then you slap him and go to jail. You know that? Why did you slap him? I don't know why you did it. It's so weird, you know. But you know, you get what I'm saying, right? Because a lot of people have been saying that. They're like, "Oh, it's just 15 days." I'm like, "Yeah, it's 15 fucking more days than I got." It's a suspended sentence. If he violates the terms, he gets 364 days. Well, he'll definitely violate the terms because that's what he does. Tater Nubs, love you, Cody. Tell us a joke. The only jokes I can think of are extremely inappropriate. And I'm not trying to go to prison, bruh. It is 2025, though. I might be able to tell some. What was that joke I heard the other day? It was that one guy. I can't remember his name. It's the comedian that got a DUI. He's fucking hilarious. He said, he's like, I actually prefer trans women to actual women. Right? He's like, I prefer trans women to actual women. They really get me. It's almost like they're one of the boys. That was a funny. I laughed my ass off. The way he delivers it's funny. It's almost like he gets me. It's one of. It's like oh, thank you, Tater Nubs. Appreciate you, brother. Seabass McFat is back. What's up, brother? Where you been, dude? Says, been a fan for a long time, man. Got my grandpa to be a fan of you as well. He's watched every one of your races since you hit the mainstream. Queued up. Cody, P.S. Baba Yaga is a John Wick reference. It's a... Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if it came first, but yeah. No, I remember. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, they called him Baba Yaga, right? Just call him Baba Yaga. Thank you, Seabass McFat. I love you, buddy. Appreciate you for the orange boy. We're officially a fifth of the way. The naked snake is slowly rolling in. One red boy from a rainbow knot and halfway. Seabass McFat joining the party tonight. Thank you, brother. Azura says, what was Aaron booked for? Well, let's see, my friend, because today is what we're talking about. It says, ostracized from terrestrial radio. Pretend morning. Damn, this is brutal. Pretend morning DJ Aaron Imholte gets 15 days in jail for disseminating revenge porn. Tells court behind tears, all praise to be Jesus Christ, the main God. Have mercy on my soul. There's no way that he actually said this shit. There's no way my man said this shit. And here's the thing, man, is when you're watching Aaron's show, which I know like 8 of you probably do, maybe, he acts like a fucking badass, right? He acts like the king fucking crab badass, like main man, main character about everything. But in situations like this, he like fucking starts hysterically crying and being a little bitch, a little bit. And it's weird, right? I don't know if you remember when they had that hearing and he said, like, while almost choking up, that he's terrified of Nick Rekieta. He's like, I'm so scared of Nick Rekieta. It's like, what? Why would you say that when people are watching this? You're supposed to be like the badass, like, I can beat Nick's ass any day of the week kind of guy, right? But as soon as the law's involved, he's like, I'm so scared with help me, you know? Bobby Yaga says, I'll give him this. His ex-wife is a solid 7, kind of hot for him that's winning. Yeah, I got to be honest. And this is just my thought process behind this. Okay, I have never met this lady in my life. She was a decently attractive young woman, right? But the fact that she like married this fucking creepy ass motherfucker tells me a lot. And that, then I might be talking out of my ass, but how and what was wrong with her to have to marry this fucking creepy? Like, that's a red flag, bro. Right? If you meet a hot girl, she's got to be with either the most genuine and funny and interesting and successful guy, right? Or it's like a attractive, also successful guy. It's never like a cringy, soulless, husk, balding, like floppy, kind of, for lack of a better word, super bitch. Like an effeminate, annoying little bitch, which is kind of like the vibe I get from him, right? When the pressure is on, right? That's kind of what I feel like. I'm like, how did this happen? Every time I've ever met a super hot girl that's married to a guy, the guy's like either lay back, super kick-ass, super interesting, super fun to be around, and he's decently attractive. Doesn't have to be, but he's decently attractive. Or B, he's a hyper attractive and successful. That's the only 2 options. Otherwise, there's something else going on, right? And that's just me, like, my mind going. I could be wrong about all that. But she also liked Nick, and that's another red flag, you know what I'm saying? Woo! I wish Nick was here. I'd say that to his face, and he'd laugh. It'd be fun. But he's not here because he is also a bitch. God, Nick. Don't you understand? People miss you. Tug Sim says he groomed her. She was in school when he met her. He stalked her on Facebook. That's fucking weird. I don't know anything about that, so I'm not going to speak on it. But if that was true, that'd be weird. Stop looking. I can't take this shit seriously, bro. What is this? Look at him. What is this? Why is his arm straight down on his side like that? It looks like you would play the comically fat music, but he's not like super fat, but you play the wah, 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 wah. This is definitely a meme template. When mom says dinner's ready right in the middle of your raid, right? When mom says dinner's ready and you're just about to finally bust to the furry porn. It's a terrible picture. It says court recommended 15 days to be served in jail for basement broadcasting. Forced to resign radio morning show host Aaron Imholte. This after a second pretrial violation for his conditional release. Second pretrial violation. Tuesday, YouTuber, and they're using that word very loosely here. Aaron Imholte was sentenced to 364 days in jail by the Stearns County Court, but will only have to serve 15. Along with the jail time, Imholte will be under supervised probation for 2 years. He'll be required to pay a $1,000 fine plus $50. Oh, no. Imholte must take a diagnostic assessments test, which he will pay for, and must follow all the given recommendations, plus the convicted revenge porn disseminator must provide a sample of his DNA. Interesting. They probably took a look at his mugshot and they're like, yeah, let's get a DNA just in case for future reasons. You guys get what I'm saying? You get the joke there? He does look like the guy. He looks like the guy. You know what I'm saying? That they would find stuff on his computer. Holy Ozone Not saying he is. I'm just saying he kind of looks like that guy. You know, glasses, balding, like kind of pathetic. They always look like that. Holy Ozone with a $10 super chat. A gold boy, Rob. We love you, brother. We appreciate you, Rob. Trying to get us to that naked snake. Another drop in the bucket. Thank you, my friend. We love you, dude. We appreciate you. Thank you. What building was he going to? The Ministry of Silly Walks. Underrated joke from Steve Wrestling's Arcade. Underrated joke, brother. That was masterpiece right there. The Ministry of Silly Walks. All right, okay. It says the News 15 spoke with the victim's husband, Nick Rekieta, after the sentence. Oh, shit. Featuring Nick. We are thankful for the diligent work of the county attorney and the fair judgment from this court. Hopefully this stops his routine abuse of women. Oh, Nick got in there with a little slap. Just a little slap from Nick right there. His abuse is constant abuse of women. Damn, Nick, you got him in the end. He got his ass. It's funny. In a surprise to Judge Heidi Skolt's courtroom, the prosecutor asked that Imholte be taken to jail immediately so that the sentence can be ended. Imholte's defense attorney, Todd Peterson, was told that in misdemeanor offenses, the defendant is usually asked to report at a designated date, not after sentencing. Imholte's report date is October 17th. Uh-oh. Aaron's whole stick is that's the most annoying part about all this. Look, I don't mind if that's your shtick. Okay. If your shtick is like harassing people all the time for content, that's whatever. I don't really care for it. I wouldn't do it, but I get what they're trying to do. Now, here's the thing. Every time anybody pushed back ever, Aaron would be like, oh, all these people constantly harassing me. They're just constantly harassing me. And I'm like, you are the one, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Their projection's pretty crazy with the dude. But he always joked about how none of it ever bothered him. He's always laughing. Oh, it's never bothered me. Don't they understand I love it? It's just a big win. I love all the trolls. They're so fun. But he bans all of them and turns off replies on his ex, which goes to show you probably a liar. All right. Because I've had people, dude, I've only blocked, I think, one person on X ever. And it was like this guy that used to literally swat me every day, like years ago. That's the only guy I've ever blocked on Twitter before. And his Twitter got deleted like right after that anyway. So it wasn't a big deal. But no, there's people in my replies every day saying crazy shit. And I'm like, hey, dude, I'm not gonna turn off. Because in my opinion, people saying really crazy, untrue shit helps me more than it hurts me. Because they can't ever like do it in a reasonable way. You know, it seems more believable when somebody says something like has an accusation and they're reasonable, but they're never reasonable. They're always like, did you know that Cody beat his kids, even though he doesn't have kids? He beat them, and he's a piece of evil, fascist shit, and I hope he dies tomorrow with his soul leaves his eyes. I want to watch him bleed out in the fucking... Like, they just go insane. So it looks better, in my opinion, like, to the public. When they just can't help themselves. They got to be like, ah! They freak the fuck out. They can't just say the thing. They got to be like, ah, Nazi bigot. I hope he dies. I can't wait till he dies. I hope I'm the one that kills him. Ah. I'm like, all right, okay. Now you just lost all your any kind of, you know, believability to whatever you're trying to say is out the window because you look like a fucking psycho. According to those in attendance, after the victim read her impact statement, Peterson attacked what was said, arguing the only crime he is charged with is sending an exposed nipple to one person and that the state does not have the picture, adding because it does not exist. In April 2025, Imholte did admit to the court that he did send the picture. The original sentencing date was June 25th, but continued to October 2nd due to the pre-trial release condition violations. Peterson then filed a request for a delay due to being out of the county. Judge Schultz decided that she would move to the sentencing date up in order to best accommodate the defense and the prosecution. You know what? If it was me, I'd have been like really happy if it would happen in June because I'd be done with it by now. On September 29th, the day before sentencing, the court notified Imholte that he had once again violated his pretrial condition release. The violation came from a drunken, vile, curse-riddled diatribe from his paid associate, Gino, who I've never had a problem with at all. I've met him, and he was super nice to me, so that's kind of where the buck stops with me. Who spewed insults directly at the revenge porn victim. This meltdown took place July 26th during a 10-year anniversary celebration for the sham morning show at Stoney's Bar. Rest in peace. In a move that seemed to distance himself from the actions of Bisconte, Imholte sent an affidavit to the court stating that his probation says he is prohibited from directly or indirectly talking about disparaging or harassing the victim online, on social media, or during any broadcast show that I participate in or has control of. Imholte goes on to say that he did not broadcast, record, and make available online or give anyone permission to upload the event to the internet. So he's all good. It's all I can talk about it as long as no one, if it's not online, right? Along with the affidavit, he also submitted a text to the court that he sent to Bisconte saying Nick is gunning for me through the shit you say. It's gay. I know, but just don't do anything that could give him a reason to fuck me over. Old Aaron was real afraid, man. He was real afraid, huh? That's sad. He was scared. He was scared. And it did not turn out well. In the end, he burns another bridge. Rest in peace. Here's the actual text right here. Interesting. It says, my name is Aaron Imholte. As part of my conditional release for September 3rd, 2024, I am prohibited from directly or indirectly talking about, disparaging, or harassing KCR online, social media, and or during any online broadcast show that I participate in. Well, this is the text he apparently sent to Gino saying, Nick is now gunning for me through shit you guys say. It's gay, I know, but just don't do anything that could give him a reason to fuck me over. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I'm assuming he submitted this to make it look like he's not wanting, not trying to say anything, not trying to make anything happen, or trying to move the accountability onto Gino, I'm guessing. Observers in the courtroom Tuesday explained that Peterson argued with the court regarding the validity of evidence used in sentencing. Judge Schultz explained that it did not work both ways. You cannot argue the sentencing after it is passed. If he had a problem with the evidence, the defense attorney should have requested the hearing before the sentence date. Oh, Imholte's epiphany. Here we go. The epiphany of the Imholte. Oh, my God. Seabass McFat. The text is not dated. Oh, all right. Here we go. Thank you, Seabass. Thank you, Seabass, for your Orange Boy and Eric Highest, the Orange Boy crew today. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are goated. You're goated, I tell you. You're goated. And then a Billy for the Pink Boy today. We're one red boy from a Rainbow Night, and that is all. I think that'll get us the rainbow and halfway to Naked Snake for the 513th stream in a row. Brandon says, praying for you. Love you, brother. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you for your blue boy, my friend. I love you. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, man. Brandon is the man. All right. So here's Imholte's epiphany. Onlookers in Judge Schultz's courtroom said that Imholte addressed the court and those in attendance. The following has been paraphrased from what viewers in the room heard. Here it is. You guys ready? And I assume he's going to blame Nick for all this, because that's kind of, I think, the only thing you can do. Tug Simp says Gino added him yesterday. He said Aaron was texting him and they were laughing about it all, and Aaron told him to say what he likes. Rest in peace. In 2023, I entered into a degenerate, toxic relationship that never should have happened. I regret it, and I've been going to therapy. Oh, good. I've been going to therapy because he can't handle it. Poor guy. Going to therapy, he says. Justin, are we talking about Steeltoe Show? Yes, sir. How you doing, brother? Thank you, Justin. Hope you're doing well, brother. Coming in strong with that green, boy. Oh, fuck. Thank you, Justin. Oh, my gosh. Sorry I burped. It was gross. All right. I've become a Christian and have been redeemed by my Savior, Jesus Christ. This dude. What was that guy from Family Guy? You're a phony. A big fat phony. I want to teach my son to be a better man. Words cannot express how sorry I am, referring to his victim. We loved each other at one time. Those feelings were betrayed by my actions, because of which I had my faith tested. optimism challenged, and my reputation has been tainted. I've been laughed at about, and this is my reality. If the court shows me mercy, Gino Bisconti will never work for me again. Under the bus. Under the bus, he says. Straight to the bus you go. So do you want? During Imholte's speech, he brought up the HROs that he requested for the victim's husband. This is a restraining order. And the second HRO for popular YouTube show, Patrick Melton from Nobody Likes Onion. This was at a time where Aaron was trying to get restraining orders from anybody talking about him, which obviously didn't work. At this point, the prosecutor objected, but Schultz wanted to make sure everyone had their right to speak respected. Imholte continued, saying that the reason he took out a restraining order on the victim's husband was due to publishing of a bedroom photo that was seen at a Las Vegas convention known as Hackamania. Those that were there said that Imholte pleaded with the court to not take a father away from his son and a son from their parent. He added that he was a changed man and not a threat to anyone. Spectator said that Aaron Imholte's final words were, "All praise be to Jesus Christ, the main God. Have mercy on my soul." This is so, what's the word? What's the word? This is so, oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. Like hysterical, sensationalized, melodramatic. There it is. Yeah, this is it's so melodramatic. It's like that scene in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Where he's like, God forgive me. God forgive me. It's like, dude, you sent a nude. Okay. You sent a nude and got a revenge porn charge. Okay. Calm down. It's like he's speaking like he accidentally killed a family while drunk driving. A little history before sentencing. A month before sentencing, Aaron Imholte was in court for a Zoom hearing regarding a harassment order. Through his attorney, Imholte requested that the victim's husband not be present in the courtroom during the sentencing due to the ongoing HRO proceedings. It was a move that seemed essentially to remove the support of the victim's husband from the room. In March 2025 through August, Imholte used his YouTube pretend morning show. I love that he says that, pretend morning show, to harass journalists by singing Chat GPT songs, which instructed his audience of hundreds. All right, okay, calm down. To reach out to employers in an attempt to silence the press and his critics. Imholte supporters also released personal home information, pictures of children and family members of anyone he considered a rival to social media. And these things are loosely true. This is what I was talking about. You know, when people are putting the squeeze on Aaron, he literally is like, I am poor baby. I am poor baby. I am afraid. Do not hurt me. I'm so afraid of all of you. I do nothing wrong. All I do is exist, and you are mean, right? But in actuality, this is the shit he's doing, right? Michael Pataski. It's a great weekend, but as we say in Australia, how will McLaren fuck over Oscar Piastri? Oh, not Piastri. Please. Not our boy. Thank you, man. Poor baby. Poor baby. The first arrest for Imholte in the dissemination of private sexual images came April 10th when he admitted to gross misdemeanor and was ordered to pay a $50 fine. There was also conditions that he continue not having contact with his victim while awaiting sentencing. After being released from jail in April, Imholte said on his podcast, "What we agreed on, I'm very happy with. I'll pay the $50 fine, and then nothing else in my life will change, except for going to prison 6 months later." Imholte's second arrest came 2 months later on June 25th. The presiding judge received a violation report and was not happy with the way Imholte conducted himself online, calling what Imholte was saying as a fuzzy violation. It is possible that Imholte will begin his sentence as soon as October 17th. News 15 also reached out to Aaron Imholte through X on normal communications had gone, but Imholte has our journalist blocked. Rest in peace. And like I said in the very beginning, all he had to do was just not do anything, and he couldn't do it. 15 days, Justin. But if he has another violation, it's 364 days. Rather, guys, as many people conveniently find God in the back of cop cars and inside jail cells. Isn't that the wildest shit? Isn't the wildest shit? It's like, I actually, you know what? I love Jesus. Please don't send me to jail. You wouldn't send a man to jail who loves Jesus, would you? You know? Aaron tried to get the author of this statement. He called his boss. He almost got fired. Oh, that's it. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, man. As much as Aaron likes to pretend like he's not that guy, he's that guy. Aaron's the guy that will call all your sponsors, contact all your owners, contact any of your employers, and say whatever it takes to try to get you fired for a W. Right? He's trying to get the W. And that's what got him fucked. Because he was trying to be a goof and be a badass and send a nude to somebody and caught this charge. Right? He was trying to, he was that's how he acts. And unfortunately, you know, that's going to get you ass every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? And it got his ass. His ass was got. No more ass anymore. His ass has been got. It's very sad. But that's life, you know. But I can't imagine that his jail time is going to go well. People were really mad at me on Alita. What's up, baby? People were really mad at me on X because I said prison instead of jail. And I was like, oh yeah, well, yeah, okay, jail. That's obviously what I mean. And everybody was so mad. I was like, all right, is this really that big? And that's the thing, as slow news day, I guess. Just put the fries in the bag, please. That's what I think his biggest mistake probably was. So people do this thing where they will see somebody getting hate online. And if they also don't like the person, they'll be like, oh, all these people that hate this person are obviously mine. They're my people. So therefore, I'll roll in with these people. And they don't realize that those people also hate you and they will also destroy you. They are not your friends. Okay? A lot of creators have made this mistake in the past where they're like, oh, a lot of people also hate the person that I'm talking about online. So these forums love me, right? And it's like, no, they don't. They hate all of you. They just hate this one right now more. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought that was very strange. But I digress. What he accuses of people is exactly what he does. It's the same thing as Rich. You know, Rich does the same thing. Rich will review tech. You know, he'll anything he claims others are doing or claims others are guilty of is exactly what he's doing, right? So every time when he saw Erica Kirk giving her statement after her husband Charlie Kirk was assassinated, he was like, "She's just doing this for money. She's just doing all this for money." And I'm like, that's why Rich is doing the things he does. So that's his direct perspective, and he's not able to be sneaky enough. Like his intellect level is not at the awareness to be sneaky enough to understand that you shouldn't say that because you're only using your motivation for why you do things. And people see that immediately, but you don't realize it, right? You got to be sneaky. You got to be of higher intellect to be able to be like, have more nuanced thought, because people will see right through that immediately. Oh, that's what you do. That makes a lot of sense. What's up, Fables Folly? How you doing, baby? Hope you're doing well. Y'all, Rich. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Rich. Rich went on a tirade calling everybody fascist the other day. It was very, very weird. But that's how it is sometimes. It's one of those things where I saw you'll see countless videos online, right, of people calling people fascist, and then they'll be asked what the definition of fascism is, and they can't speak to it. They have no idea what the definition is. They literally don't know what it means. They're just saying it, right? I literally saw one yet today, actually, where the guy was like, "What is fascism? What's your definition of fascism?" And he's like, "Considering your country the best country." That was his definition of fascism. And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding? You're kidding me?" So if you live in a country, you can't think of your country as the best country. You have to just say other countries are better, or else you're a fascist. What the fuck does that? People are insane, you know. Booger Paws. What you fail to understand is Rich is a 4D chess master, and he can see things no one else can. Wake up, sheeple. Wake up. Oh my god. All right, I can't go super fascist too. Did you see what that one chick said what fascism was getting to keep all your money and not having to pay taxes and like being able to take care of your children. Joy something, I forget her name. Everybody was like, "What the fuck?" I guess I'm a fascist because those are all things I agree with. I agree with all these things. I forget her name. You guys will get it in 2 seconds. Right. What was that lady's name? Joy Reid. Yeah. Let's pull that up for a second because it's really short, but it's really fun. It's a really fun clip. Joy Reid. Are we almost to snake time? We are 350 away from Snake Hero. How you doing, buddy? So this is the Joy Reid clip. So this is what she says fascism is, just for fun. We're gonna hit this because it's like 15 seconds long, and I like it. I think it's fun.
Is that if you go back before the 20th century, there were no income taxes, there were no regulations on business. You could earn as much money as you want, leave 100% of it to your children with no taxes. Right. That's the world they want back. And to get it back, they need society to change. They need people to be less modern. They need people to want fewer things.
Imagine believing this. Imagine believing what you just said are negative things. You want to make money and be able to keep it and then leave it to your children and have less regulation. Yeah, I think almost everybody will agree. I bet 90% of people, given this actual option with 0 political parties assigned to it, 90% of people would agree with that. They'd be like, yep, that sounds great. Right? So people are always really, really confused with party lines. So, for example, if a Democrat came out on the campaign trail and said these things, this is what they want, everybody would be totally cool with it, right? And if a conservative does the same thing, everybody's going to be cool with it. Now, I would wager a lot of conservatives, if they heard a Democrat say that, would be like, oh, cool. But, you get what I'm saying. But if there was no political affiliation attached to it, and this is like, is this what you want? I think over 90% of people will be like, yeah, what? Of course. Yes, I want more money. Yes, I want less regulation. What are you talking about? The only people that are for more taxes are like white liberal teenagers or college kids that don't pay taxes. They just go to school. You know what I'm saying? And their parents pay for everything. That's the only people that want more taxes. No one that pays taxes in, especially like a net positive, that won't higher taxes. Nobody does. All right? So she's silly. She's very, very silly. But that's life, man. D what? Oh my God, D what? 350 from the Naked Snake for the 513th show in a row. One red boy from a rainbow night. We're hanging on. We're hanging on. And of course, I saw this today, and I wanted you guys to see this. There's a lot of stuff I want to show you guys. Dravian says people are contorting words to a narrative-driven ideology when they achieve changing the meaning of words or taking things out of context to prove a point. These insane ideologies are willing to create such confusion. Well, words don't mean anything anymore. That's the biggest issue with everything, right? Words like fascism, they're overused, so now they don't mean anything. Fascism is the new misogyny or racism, right? So misogyny has 0 weight to it, and no one cares anymore. You can call somebody a misogynist to their face, and they'll be like, hell yeah, because they know it doesn't mean anything. You can call somebody a racist to their face, and they'll be like, oh shit, LOL, because no one cares anymore. Because too many, the people that were accused of being racist, 99.8% of the time in the last 5 years were not. And nothing they were doing was in that vein, but they were called it anyway. So obviously, if you saturate the market, suddenly it's worthless. It works the same way with anything like financial, money. Doesn't matter what it is. If you oversaturate it, it has less value. And when you oversaturated words like racism, misogyny, fascism now, Nazi was a big one for a while, just doesn't matter anymore. The only people that care now are people that are like sitting on Reddit, like refreshing the fucking page with F5. That's the only people that care now. And they're the only people that like are having no effect, right? So get Scotty Pippen on. All right, now. All right, come on now. Come on, man. Come on. Dravian, thank you, brother, for your $20 super chat. I love you, my man. I love you, dude. Dravian coming in real strong, getting us that one fitted. Ooh, we're closing in. We're closing in. Officially one red boy for over half away. Oh my God. So this is very important. This kind of has to do what we're talking about. So this happened today. So you have a lot of people that are energized to go on college campuses to like talk or debate or do whatever have you, you know what I'm saying? And they're all wearing bulletproof vests and shit now. Like what's the dude's name that did it? Mug Club guy. Why have I forgot his name? It's just gone out of my memory. It's so weird. Steven Crowder. So he went and did one and he put on a bulletproof vest and somebody tweeted out, why is he wearing a bulletproof vest? And it's like, I don't know, maybe because these people are getting shot left and right. What are you talking about? And it goes back to the phrase that it is impossible to have discourse right now with the modern leftists because they just claim that something is either A, not happening, or B, it's not real, right? Or they don't understand it. Therefore, discourse isn't possible because they just don't even understand it, right? And that's kind of the issue. But this lady was getting as close as she could to this guy right here that's, doing the college campus debate. She got as close as she could to the guy so she could assault him if he even, touched her at all. That was the whole point. So this is like that she's trying to bait him into making any contact with her skin at all so she could start trying to fight him. The same way that bully in middle school would get in your face and be like, hit me, and try to make your body hit him so he can start punching you. Right? I've never understood it. You're still going to get in trouble, but they're always trying to provoke the attack so they can freak the fuck out. And that's what this lady does here. She tries to provoke him and get all over him. And then as soon as he puts his arm up to shield her body from his, she starts fucking trying to attack him immediately. Right? Stop. Whoa. Hey. It's like now you're going to catch a charge. Why? Because you've been radicalized by fucking social media. Why? Now you're going to catch a charge. It's just so silly to me. Why are you wanting to catch charges left and right over stupid shit? You know what I'm saying? If you have a different opinion, just fucking walk past somebody. I don't understand. Why do you have to get in their face and try to catch a charge, man? Right? What? You're going to think back 20 years from now and you're going to be like, wow, that was stupid of me. Holy shit. Why was I doing that? You guys ever do that? Do you guys ever think back to 10 years ago, or 15 years ago, or 20 years ago, and you're like, oh, fuck, that was stupid of me. I do it all the time, right? And these people are all going to be doing this in 20 years or 10 years. I'm like, well, that was stupid, getting a freaking charge and having to go to court over literally something I could have just walked past or not even been in the same vicinity of, But also there's the element that she's trying to impress her friends. She's trying to be the moral arbiter. She's like that old lady that got arrested for assaulting a brown lady. Right? So there's this video of she attacks this lady that's wearing a MAGA hat and gets arrested. For no reason. No reason, by the way. And she just attacked her. Why? No, because she voted for Trump. And if you're brown, you can't vote for Trump. The weird white savior complex and the soft bigotry of low expectations. The same thing that Rich did the other day when he said brown people that vote for conservatives are dumb and useful idiots. And they're not smart like him. The white guy. He's smart. He understands that brown people can't vote for conservatives because conservatives are bad. And he's just trying to let you know that you're dumb and brown and that an entire race of people should vote the way he thinks. They should have no nuanced thought or individuality, right? Because they're brown, and they just don't understand because they're not smart like him. And it's crazy as shitballs to me that a white person can say that and not feel disgusting and racist. Actually racist. You know what I'm saying? The actual racism, the one that people are fucking afraid of. They say this shit every day without fail, and they think they're being morally good. It's the craziest shit, It's like the popular saying that Democrats haven't been this mad at conservatives since they freed their slaves. You know the popular saying. Nah, bro, but they switched parties conveniently and became the good guys again conveniently. All throughout history, anything anybody's ever done good politically would just happen to be my party. It's just they called it something else. Always. They called it the opposite party for a while there. It was really weird, but I can explain it. All you have to do is just say, we're the good guys, no matter what happens. Always. Republican in 1920 did something good. Oh, he was actually a Democrat. They just called him Republicans back then. Okay. Dravian! Dude, my boy's slinging orange boys like it's nobody's damn business. Best way to find a lefty, just smell the body odor. Or a maxing. Best repellent's bar soap. The power of Dove compels you. Ain't that the damn truth? Ain't that the damn truth? They got the body odor. They got the smells. It's on his smells. It's on his smells. Thank you, Dravian. Dravian's second orange boy of the night. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that, dude, so much. We're almost halfway to Naked Snake. One red boy for being well over it. Dravian is the man tonight. Everybody give him some love in the chat. I'm going to like his super chat. Thank you, brother. You are the GOAT, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oof. My throat hurts for no reason. And I just got done being sick like 2 weeks ago. Not sure what's going on. Not excited about it. So let's pull this up. This is what I wanted to show you guys. It's the craziest shit in the world. And it's not even satisfying. You know how a lot of these videos are really satisfying? These are not actually satisfying because it's almost like sad. You know, it's overt real racism, which is something, and I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but real true blue racism, where you think people are actually lesser than you, is actually kind of gross when you see it in real life. And it's actually way more rare, I think, than people let on. Right? I grew up in the most redneck place in the damn world, and I did not hear somebody like actually say the N-word in an angry, negative context until I was like, I think 19, when I was working at GameStop. I grew up in the trailer park, and there was black dudes in the trailer park, and it was like a normal camaraderie, right? The first time I heard it really terrible, like in an actual negative context where I was like, holy shit, like it was jarring. I was 19 and working at GameStop, and a guy came in and said it. He was like, there's a damn so-and-so outside fucking looking at my car. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? And I was like, dude, get the fuck out of my store. You ain't gonna talk like that in here. And I kicked him out of my store. So I was like, what the fuck? I'd never heard anything like that, you know? And that's kind of rare. That's not something that's happened very often in my life. And obviously, you know, I'm a white guy, so my perspective is a little different. My lived experience is definitely different. But when you actually see people that think people are like under you, lesser, not smart, that's jarring. What is California for 500 Cody? Look at this video.
So what's going on? Let's stay on the sidewalk so we don't get
Okay. Here's what happened. I approached her and I said, I'm trying to understand why you're supporting Trump. Okay. And then I said, you're brown skinned. What do you think's going to happen to you?
Why would you say something like that?
Because she is brown skinned. And that's what the racists are.
Okay, I'm not talking politics with you. I want to know, did you put your hands on somebody?
I put my hand up on her chin.
So she assaulted her too after that. Think about that for a moment. Think about that for a moment. You're like, hey man, don't you know the racists hate you? And they're like, what? No, I just want less regulation. You know, and I want less taxes, less regulation. I want the government out of like the Department of Education. There's things I would like that the conservatives are doing right now. And they're like, yeah, but you're black. And they're like, so? And they're like, then you shouldn't think this way. You should think a different way, the way I approve of. Right? That's some brutal ass real racism. And they don't even hear it. Right? You're brown. What are you doing in here?
Like that. Like I did.
So she assaulted her. She punched her in the face. By the way, she punched her in the face, in the chin for some reason. This is all going to be exposed closely.
You can't do that.
I realize that.
Okay, stay with
even if somebody.
Do you know her? Are you okay? Are you by yourself?
This lady just starts bawling her eyes out because Trump's evil. It's very strange, to be fair.
By myself.
And like, even do it the way, like, you're not taking that in. I am taking it in, but that doesn't give somebody an excuse to put their hands on somebody else. No, but I was behind them.
She's like, you're not realizing though, Trump's evil. Like these people actually unironically think this shit. They're like, oh, but you don't understand. I assaulted her because Trump's evil. And it's like, and the cops like, you can't fucking do that, right? If you think random politicians evil, you can't punch a person because of it. Okay. I don't know what law you thought you were following. Oh, I'm allowed to punch people as long as I disagree with them. Like, that's what this lady's trying to justify here.
Over her and hit in her face, and it provoked. Like she got.
If somebody comes up nose to nose with you and starts screaming at you, what do you do? But basically, my response was to push her away.
Okay.
She's claiming here that they ran up to her and started screaming at her. By the way, this is going to get debunked in like 10 seconds.
Just hang tight. Who's the other person?
That's
you?
I'm retired law enforcement. She's a former retired.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and she's real level-headed.
Okay.
Her back was turned talking to me back here, so you didn't even see when she stepped up and
Just,
ma'am, I told you like 5 times what I saw.
Please stop, okay? Just hang tight here. We're going to talk to the other person
Why is she crying?
to figure out what's
Why is she crying?
No, you cannot leave.
Look at this guy. This absolute unit over here. The first time I watched this, I saw this guy. I'm like, what is this motherfucker doing? He's getting up, bro. He's getting up. Oh my God. Dravian. With a pink boy. Hot diggity damn. We are closing in the snake fast as hell. Dravian single-handedly trying to get us there. Thank you, Dravian. I appreciate you, brother. My man. My brother in Christ. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you getting us to 222. Dropping that pink boy for the hurting throat. Them Mongolian throat singing exercises should be kicking in. The Mongolian band, HU and Cody collab win. Mongolian throat singing is one of the most interesting things on the planet. I don't know if you guys have ever heard it, but it's fucking crazy. There was a metal song that came out like a year ago and it had Mongolian throat singing in it. And I was like, this is the craziest shit I've ever heard. Thank you, Dravian. Big shout out for the boy. We're going to love his super chat there. Thank you, brother. I appreciate your love and support. You are the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's continue.
Yeah. You need to stay here, okay? Over there. Okay. You want to hang with her. Let me talk to her. She admitted she put her hand on her chin. Somebody else punched her.
I kind of think it was a setup. The lady came up to us crying and told us about her abortion story.
The old lady?
No, the young
girl
one,
with
redhead.
This lady's like, I think it was a setup because the younger redheaded lady came up to us crying about her abortion story, which this is the thing, man. It's this emotionally charged thing. It's like, well, I'm going to cry and make a big emotional statement to like get my W, get these wins, right? And never trust a lady that does that. I have female friends. I shit you not. And there's nothing wrong with this. Look, I got to put this out there. Disclaimer, I would do it if I could, right? But it doesn't benefit me because if I did it, I'd just get my ass beat, right? But I have female friends, multiple, that when they get pulled over, they start crying to get out of a ticket. And I have one friend that says it's worked every time she's ever got pulled over because she's tiny and dainty and cute. And she's just like, ooh. And they're like, you can go, ma'am. Here's your warning, right? And I would they're using the tools God gave them, and I would do the same thing if I could. But if I got pulled over and I started crying, the cop's going to pull me out and beat my ass. Stop crying. I'm like, ah, please, sir. Ah, he's beating the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. But if I was a chick, I'd do it all day. You know, so I'm more power to him is all I'm saying. But if this lady comes up to you crying, she's trying to pull a fast one. You ain't tricking me. You ain't tricking me, Ashley. You think you're slick. You ain't slick. Have you tried? No, I'm not trying. I'm not getting my ass beat. You think that's sad? Feel this. Doom, doom, doom. They're going to be like my dad. If I would start crying in front of my dad when I was like 12, he'd hit me harder. I'll give you something to cry about. That's what he would say. That's what my dad, no shit. If I did some, and I mean, I deserved it, right? I did some stupid shit. My dad got out the belt. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I grew up in the trailer park. That's how we rolled back then. And he'd start licking me with the belt. You know, and sometimes he would say he's going to give me 3 licks. And by number 8, you know, my mom has to come and pull him off me because he's getting excited. You know, he's getting worked up. But if I cried, my dad would be like, I'll give you something to cry about, and hit me harder. You know what I'm saying? He was teaching me that crying does not solve anything, right? It's a good lesson, especially as a man. You start going around crying as a dude, you're definitely going to get your ass kicked, right? Because other men is going to be like, yeah, I got to end this dude's bloodline. The Viking will come out in them, right? You know the Viking? The Viking comes out. And it's like, yeah, I'm ending this dude's bloodline, bro. Right? It's weakness.
Okay. She came up from the backside and started accusing her of being a person of color and should not be supporting Trump. And I mean, she stepped in the face. She came to get me, and she actually stepped up on the podium and grabbed me. I turned around to acknowledge her, and that lady was right up.
See? So this lady's retired law enforcement, by the way. And she's like, no, they came up to us. And the lady was crying.
So she got up in your guys' face.
Yes. Exactly.
So she initiated.
Yes,
That's what it
she
did.
did.
I saw it happen too. I was across the street.
Okay, I'll talk to you in a second.
Go ahead and
Hi.
So she came up to me and she read my shirt and she said, you know that God doesn't like guns. And I said, well,
Did you know God doesn't like guns? What? Did you know God does not like guns? Where's the passage in the Bible? For God so loved the world, he said no AR-15s for anybody in Alabama. Where's that scripture? Because I don't remember it. You know God doesn't like guns, right? Thou shalt not own a firearm. Don't remember that one. I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there. Darth Dragon says, lost my job on September 22nd. Can't find a job. Prayers. Hey, man, at least it's only been like 8 days, dude. You know, there's some people out there that they're on their 6th month, you know. So many prayers. Just keep trucking, bro. Get on that Indeed, my man, if you haven't already. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Darth Dragon. Did God tell you that himself? Oh, yeah. It's in Leviticus. Outro says, I mean, yeah, he probably doesn't, but still not way to start. I mean, in a perfect world, no one would do anything violent ever, right? In the perfect world. So that's in a, you know, but unfortunately the world's not perfect. Unfortunately, if all the good-hearted people gave up all their weapons and means to protect themselves, all the people that are opposite of that would kill all those people that gave up everything immediately and take their resources, because there's good people and then there's bad people. And the only reason the good people can exist is to protect themselves from the bad people. I know this concept is fucking crazy to hear, but if I laid $10,000 on a public table at McDonald's and went to the bathroom and somebody stole it, I wouldn't be like, damn, how unexpected, right? People are going to take advantage of you. You know, this is how it is. You know, not always, but people do. Speaking of taking advantage of you, Dravian with a rainbow knight and a red boy taking the top spot violently through force. He says, I'll give you something to cry about. Oh my God, dude. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Dravian says, Guns 316. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Glock to equalize the world. Praise be. Praise be, Jesus. I don't know about you, but I've seen a lot of pictures of Jesus with fucking double ARs. Okay. Now, I don't know if they're legitimate, but I've seen a lot of pictures like that. Thank you, Dravian. I appreciate you. Dravian is the GOAT today. I think he single-handedly rainbowed himself, which is very rare. Billy stopped doing that years ago. He messaged me and said he hates me now. So unfortunately, but that puts us 170 from Snake. And this is pretty early to be this close to Snake. So I appreciate that, brother. You are the GOAT, dude. Give him some love. We're so close already. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And don't forget the gifted membership goal for the Fight Milk PS2 Chopper is 20 out of 100. Thank you, guys. Everything helps more than you probably realize. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. For a lot of people, especially me, that's how we make ends meet on the YouTube. So we really appreciate it. And I know I do. For the love of Jesus, I do. It means the world. Thank you, Dravian. You are the damn man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I'm not voting for Trump to be my pastor. And then she says, and you should know better.
Does she like get up in your face?
Oh, yeah.
Like how
Yeah.
close
Okay,
was
so
she?
she was right there.
Okay.
And then she said, you should know better. I said, why? Because I'm my skin color? I said, you're a racist. And then she came up and she pushed me.
Okay.
And then she hit me in my freaking chin.
Like close fist, open
Like
fist.
close fist. I mean, she obviously didn't hurt me, but it's like, you know what? You have the freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want. You can't touch me.
You should know better. I know better because I'm white and smart. You should know better. Why should I know better, ma'am? Why? Say it. Say it, Rich. Say it. Right? And the fact that these people cannot tell and cannot see that they are indeed extremely, extremely racist for believing these things is kind of unbelievable to me. I got to be honest with you guys. It is very, very unbelievable to me that people can actually believe this stuff unironically. Unironically. It's fucking crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But, I digress. Get some sun. What the hell are you talking about, well-read comp? What does that mean?
You mean you cannot touch me? Right. She pushed me and then she hit my chin. She wasn't done with the push, so she thought she could hit my chin because of her age, maybe. And I'm not gonna do anything to anybody, But
did she seem like she wanted to hurt?
Oh
you? Like,
yeah,
it wasn't aggressive.
No, it wasn't like an aggressive, but she just punched me at my chin. Okay. She can't really throw back too hard. She is older, but it's like
still you can't. You put your hand on
well, she demonstrated on me. She punched me in the chin. I had to grab. He can't really.
Did she actually make contact with you?
Yes, she did. She punched me.
So she punched both of you.
I didn't know that.
I just said she was demonstrating. She goes, "This is what I did."
And then after,
I grabbed her hand.
After,
but she still, and it was pretty forceful.
Yeah, it was forceful, but it's like,
do you want to press charges?
Yeah, because she can.
Absolutely press charges on this old lady.
That makes me nervous. No, I agree. You can't do that.
I just wanted to make sure.
Because what if I wasn't the whole thing, but when I saw they were getting like, she was like, "You're racist," and she's like, "Oh, you're racist," and I'm like standing by the edge, and then she pushed her, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then she said, "Why, don't put your hands on me?" And then I saw her do like a kick step, like this.
Because what if I didn't have self-control and react?
And she's a mother of three, right?
And a granddaughter. Well, I had, didn't have self-control and actually pushed her and hit her.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, I'm definitely. I have an old scar from falling around. Okay, but no.
Okay, ma'am, face the car.
Okay.
Turn around, face the car. You are under arrest for assault. Face the car.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. What's up, Mary Maldonado? How you doing, baby? Going to jail. Why? For no reason. Like, it's just another one of those things where it's like you didn't have to do this. You didn't have to walk up to a brown lady and say you're dumb and brown and then punch them because they think differently from you. That is insane. It's the same thing Rich said the other day. Review Tech said the same thing the other day, right? I can pull it up right now just to remind you guys. It's a very short clip. I'll just pull it up on my channel because it's a video on my channel. I made a video about this the other day. Where is it? Where is it, Rich? Where are you, Rich? There you are. So here it is. Here's this. It's just such a strange video. Then I'll just play it for 2 seconds before we move on. Because it's multiple people believe this. People believe this. Like people that hold these beliefs that you know, these are the same people, by the way, that think that voter ID laws are racist. And you ask why? Why? What do you mean? What? We have to have an ID to fly, relatively speaking. We're not going to get into it, but you have to have an ID to, buy cigarettes or buy alcohol. You have to have an ID to, you have to have a driver's license to get a car, to drive a car. You have to have all these things lined up. But to vote, that's where it's drawing the line. And when you ask these people like Rich, now I don't know what Rich would say, but generally speaking, when you ask people that hold this view, they'll tell you that brown people they don't know how to use computers. So they can't find out where the DMV is. And they don't have any money to buy a license because they're all poor. They say these things unironically. And when you hear them, you're like, holy fuck, this is racist as shit. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? But that's what they believe. And it's crazy to me, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, sure. I'll ban you then, you tough guy. Here's the fucking thing, too. You're so right wing. You have brown skin, Kyle. Once they're done using you as a useful idiot, they're going to throw you away like trash, too.
Right. Wild, right? It's the same thing. He believes the same thing. So it's just a very normal belief structure that all these people have. They think that they unironically think that all conservatives are racist. Therefore, if you are a person of color and you're conservative, you're a race traitor. And it's like, hold on, you're a white guy saying this. What do you mean? You have no perspective on their lived experience. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? And they're just like, well, I know better because I'm smart. They actually unironically see themselves as a savior. What does it mean to see yourself like that? It means you think you are more important and it is your responsibility to save these people from themselves. It's the inherent most, like, I wouldn't say narcissistic or pretentious, but it's like it's a savior complex. They see all these people as lesser, unironically see them as lesser, and it's their job to save them. And if that is not racist, I don't know what the fuck is. Okay, laughing at a black joke from a black comedian or a white comedian, even, that's not racism. Okay, quoting a statistic that you saw is not racism. Being afraid to go down like Jefferson Avenue at 3 a.m. is not racism. That's just self-preservation, because you don't want to go down the street at 3 a.m. No one does, right? Thinking you are better than people because of their color, of their skin, that's fucking racism. And that's what these people legitimately think. 175 for Naked Snake. Let's pull up the next thing on the menu. We got to pull it up. We also have the Antifa video. The full version came out today of the guy that was like, the sniper had a freaking line on this dude. It's freaking spooky. Spooky. Oh my gosh. I'm a moderate independent. I don't see colors. I see person based on morals and character. Yeah, I agree. What just happened? Somebody just fell. Somebody just fell downstairs again. People always falling down my stairs, bro. All right. I heard it. I'm always wondering if somebody died. I'm like, oh, here we go. I like how the Hawk Tuah girl completely failed and scammed people, and then now she's in a TV show. Talk about failing up. Shouldn't we like punish people for doing wrong? No. We'll just hire them more. Give them more money. It'll be fun. It'll be great. It'll be totally awesome. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. That's something I need to look at. It'll be fun. And where's the other thing I had? Up. Yeah, I think this is it. We'll just pull this up. I had it saved downstairs. See, I do this thing where I'm downstairs and I'll like save all my tabs and then totally forget that I stream upstairs in my studio. So like now I have none of my tabs. I'm not a good person. I'm a dumb person. Very, very dumb person. So we're going to pull that up. We're going to pull up two things here. And it's going to be fun. All right. Talk about a little bit of Crackle Barrel drama, and then we'll move on to the Antifa. Billy Hatcher with a $5 super chat says 170 naked and snake, and they consider facts and figures racist. Well, that used to work, Billy. Like, it's a tactic that they're having a hard time letting go of because it really used to work. It 100% used to work really well. Just labeling anybody you disagree with as like racist or something, it worked. It really did. And I can't dog them too hard for trying to utilize that tactic when it had so much success in the past. But the unfortunate truth is it doesn't work anymore because it was overused. They squeezed the lemon so much that there's no fucking lemon in it. There's no lemon juice in it. It's gone. Right. And they're still trying to use it, and it just makes them look dumb now. That's the issue. Right. You can't use it anymore. Right. You'll unironically hear Rich, like Review Tech on stream, calling a thing racist. He'll say Trump's racist and evil, but then he'll say literally in the same stream that brown people are useful idiots and stupid if they don't vote the way he thinks. Right. The self-awareness is like negative 1,000. It's fucking terrifying. My spirit to yours. Oh, it's a great name. The Joy Reid clip basically showed her having no faith for people being able to provide for themselves, so they need other people's monies, taxes, to live. She's actually insulting her followers, in my opinion. Well, that's what they do. They're like, we need to protect these people because they're too dumb to survive by themselves. Right? When in actuality, having a merit-based society and everything you keep, everything you earn, like there's no welfare. You have to go out there and fucking hustle. Happiness would increase. What people don't seem to understand is when you're given everything, you have no sense of fulfillment. Therefore, you're always depressed. Why do you think all these like young 20-year-olds and 23, 24-year-olds that are in college trying to get their master's degree are ultra depressed? Right? Because their parents paid for their college and they haven't never had a job. They've never accomplished anything other than trying to work towards getting their master's. And they've never even got a job yet or an internship yet in their field. So they're suffering from depression because they have no sense of fulfillment. Right? And that's the people that are not searching for alternative methods to do that, like playing instruments or writing music or having some success in that avenue. Right? It's fucking crazy. You have to have a sense of fulfillment. That's why people that generally start out very, very poor and build themselves up, they start becoming successful in every avenue that they go after because they search for that sense of fulfillment and they know how to get it. Be successful, be successful, be successful. So they keep repeating these things and they get better at it. People don't understand. It's like, man, why is it somebody that plays music and gets good at music? They'll have some success in music and they'll move on to like acting, and then they get good at acting. Then they move on to this and they get good at this and they move on to this and this. It's because they use those same lessons they learned the first time and they get better at it. It's like riding a bike or skateboarding. You just get better at it. So like, yeah, all these business owners start creating more businesses and buying more businesses, and they're just getting better and better and better. And they're always searching for that sense of fulfillment, which is what they get from doing these things. People that don't have any of that, that have never felt that fulfillment, they don't understand. It's like people that grow up really wealthy. Generally speaking, now I'm generalizing a little bit here, but this is what I've seen in my life experience. All my friends that grew up wealthy, like got a brand new Corvette when they were 16 years old to drive to school. Unironically, a lot of kids in my town got brand new Corvettes when they grew up. It was 16. I got a 1994 F-150 long wheelbase that didn't run. And I bought a Jeep like 3 or 4 months later with my Piggly Wiggly paychecks. So that being said, all my friends that grew up wealthy and got like brand new Corvettes and shit, they are all, without exception, like on drugs now and live with their parents. All of them. And they're all horribly depressed and out of shape because they can't accomplish what they did when they were 16. They were given everything at 16 and they don't know how to do it themselves. They don't have that sense of fulfillment. Anyways, my spirit to yours. Thank you. I'm sorry I spoke to your super chat for like an hour there. You sent me on a tangent. Okay. It happens. Thank you, my spirit to yours. I appreciate your orange boy. I love you. Thank you so much for supporting your friendly neighborhood trailer park boy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dravian says, if you're pulling two things out, save that for your OnlyFans page. Do not pull that naked snake out. We shall get there, Dravian. Hell yeah, sir. Thank you, brother. Uncle Sam says, Rich, new video, Trump fascist. He loves that word. Yep. Yeah, well, it's what they're labeling people as now. So Rich is going to start saying it because that's what these people do. Rich is one of those people, and it sucks to say he's one of those people that are not researched, and he just says the same thing that the other commentators are saying to align, right? Like when I started hearing that, a couple years ago, like Trump's fascist, Stephen Miller's fascist, all these people, I like went online and started looking up like the origination of fascism, what fascism means, how it's been employed in the world, and tried to apply that to people calling certain politicians fascists. And I immediately, within a few minutes of researching this, found out, oh, that's not accurate at all. Not even a little bit. So I was like, okay, well, they're not fascists. So I got that out of the way. Right. And that's kind of how I do things. I don't just say shit or agree with a headline, I like to look into stuff a little bit more because I've never really been hardcore, like identifying any way politically. I've voted in both directions, including Ron Paul. Based. Love Ron Paul. We love that old bastard. You know what I'm saying? So I've been all over the place. I've never been one way or the other, and I like to really read into this kind of stuff. Thank you, Uncle Sam. Thank you, Draven. And thank you, My Spirit to Yours. All right. Look at that. Look at that, boys. We are 145 from Naked Snake. Yeah. So easy. Even the Alabama man can understand. Uncle Sam, so you voted for Obama? I did. I voted for Obama in 2008. And then I voted for Ron Paul in 2011, I think, in the primaries. I think. I'm trying to do that. It's hard to remember. And then I got on the John Kasich train for a while. And then I kind of was like, fuck it. I want memes. Whoever gets me the best memes wins this time. That's kind of what I did. Anyways, let's keep that up there. All right, let's move on to Cracker Barrel. The Cracker Barrel. So there's this excuse for why Cracker Barrel was getting roasted. And they're trying to say it's like Russian bots. Of course they are. It's what they do. They're trying to say it was Russia. That's why Cracker Barrel was failing every fucking time with this shit. They can't just let somebody have the dub. Like the Cracker Barrel drama is over, and they're still trying to be like, well, actually, it wasn't the Live, Laugh, Love decor, and it wasn't the dumbass CEO changing the logo. It was actually Russia. They're the ones that did this. I can't even with these people. I can't even. I'm using that white girl phrase. I can't even. Can't deal. Wouldn't there be more beats on the menu if it was Russia? That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't there be a damn a babushka like in the back? You know what I'm saying? Come out in her apron, throw some biscuits at you. All right, boys. 145 to Snakey Snake for the 513th show in a row. 80 memberships to the illustrious goal of how many? I don't remember. 100. And also, don't forget, if you do become a member, or if you're already a member, consider becoming the Family Lot royalty member, please, and thank you. Helps me out in a big way because it's like $20, I think, and it's like passive income, and your boy needs passive income. I'm trying to be successful here, Judge Maddie. Come on, give me some chicken fried borscht. Come on now. All right, let's talk about some of the stuff here. As Cecil did not raid me again tonight. I'm starting to think Cecil is like a troll hate. He troll hates me. He hates me, but he acts nice. I think he acts nice, but he actually dislikes me greatly, which makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. 80 or 90 likes till 300. Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way. It's free. Russians were the reason Aaron is going to jail. No, not Russia. Rest in peace, Aaron Imholte. The guy that put himself in jail willingly for no reason. I've never seen somebody just put themselves in jail. Aaron put himself. Scaly, what's up, brother? All right. And then we got what was the thing I looked at the other day? Oh yeah. Let me pull that up too for future reference, just so I have it on standby. What did he do? He disseminated revenge porn. So he took a picture of Nick Rekieta's wife and sent it to somebody. Oh fuck. Sent it to somebody. So rest in peace. That's what happened. All right, we're gonna watch this. This is gonna be crazy on Tommy Lauren's channel. Tommy Lauren, she got a lot of makeup on, bro. She going a little hard. A little hard. You ain't gotta go that hard, girl. Come on, baby. All right, we'll look at that too later. We're gonna be live for a while, so get your likes in, get your heads out your ass, and pay attention. I think he wanted to go to jail because that's where Twan, the love of his life, is. Rest in peace, Aaron. Well, long story short about Aaron, he sent a nude of Nick Rekieta's wife to somebody. Report was filed. He got charged with disseminating revenge porn. He had a probation placed upon him. He violated that probation and was sentenced to 15 days in prison. If he violates it again, he's sentenced to 364 days. So his sentence is 364 days, but he only serves 15. So the more you know. The more you know. All right. All right. Pour holy water. Hey, it's getting cold out. Having one's heads up their ass keeps your ears warm. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. Let's move on to Crackle Barrel. It's time for the Crackle Barrel hour. For everybody that's been following the Crackle Barrel story, been talking about it every day, having a lot of fun with it. The videos go crazy. I don't know what the hell it is about the videos, but they get like 50, 60, 70K views. I don't know why. Makes me feel like I'm a YouTuber again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is about the algorithm, but my videos either get 5K or 70K. There's like no in between. And I'm like, can we be consistent here? I would like 40. Let's do 40 every time. That make me feel better than like 5, 6, 6, 6, 70, 5, 5, 40, 5, 5, 70. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, man. Give me 40 every time. Let's cut it down the middle here. Yep, 100%. The wall is undefeated. The wall is undefeated. The Crackle Barrel cover-up has started, boys. Oh my gosh. It turns out it wasn't actually people displeased with Crackle Barrel's decisions at all. It's actually a giant conspiracy, and we're all in on it. Okay, none of it's real. It's all fake. And that's how they're using this new narrative to kind of dissect what happened with Crackle Barrel and why they failed so hard. Crackle Barrel actually closed several stores recently, and they're actually closing more. And it's completely as a result of the new decor and the new terrible logo, which they got rid of. Herschel's back. We love him. I would kiss him if I knew him. But unfortunately, he's not here anymore. But he's still on the sign, luckily, and people are happy with it. Their PR team is starting to wrangle people and try to make everything better as fast as they can, but it's not working as much as they would like as the stock price continues to tumble. Rest in peace. But that's not the point. There's a giant cover-up going on. What really happened? Well, we're about to find out right now. And guess what? It's something we've heard of in the past. So before we get into it, make sure you like this, share it down below so your view can actually count, and I don't go back into poverty. I don't want to go back. Don't make me go back, please, God. Deport the illegals. All right. Crackle Barrel. Look, that's how I say it, okay? Can I not live my life with a Crackle Barrel? All right. Let me just have my Crackle Barrel, please. Oh, it was my fault, Deanna. Damn you, Deanna. Damn you. All right, let me zoom in. So first things first, let's get the actual reason for things happening right now. Because I think you and I know very well that there's a culture change happening very, very fast. There was a lot of fatigue going on with people getting tired of getting canceled or being called names or having to deal with all this garbage they see in their video games and their TV every single day. And I totally sympathize with that because I'm right there with you. I don't watch Star Wars for a reason, okay? But there's kind of a culture change happening right now. And this is actually what's going on. But guess what? There's different motives coming up right after this. And I'll get to that in a second. But this says Crackle Barrel's collapse might just be a matter of marketing missteps. Yeah. But it speaks volumes about the conservative moment the U.S. is experiencing, right? And they're calling it the conservative moment. You know, not wanting to have to be preached to and educated in your favorite space video game is somehow a conservative thought process, which I've always thought is very silly. After changing its logo and decor, the American restaurant chain faced a fierce campaign orchestrated by Donald Trump. supporters. Keep in mind, there was a ton of people that were liberals also voicing their displeasure, but let's ignore those people because they're dumb and they don't matter anyway, apparently, according to the person that wrote this. It says, even corporate strategy is not immune to the conservative revolution. So here we go. Nostalgia comes at a price nowhere more so than in the United States. Cracker Barrel, that price has reached several hundreds of millions of dollars. It's been lost since the August 27th failure of its logo redesign and revamp of its 660 locations nationwide. People were really pissed, and they should have been. It says September turned into a steady downward spiral for the iconic Southern and Midwestern roadside chain. In 1 month, its market value plummeted around $350 million. Now, there was also a $600 million restructuring plan already underway, which was abandoned because, to be fair, it looked like a 35-year-old woman's living room. Stark white and live, laugh, love. And look, I'm not shaming you and I'm not judging you, but I ain't going to live in that living room. I'll stay in the damn studio, okay? Because we ain't doing that garbage here. Look, there is nothing in my life to live, laugh, and love about. At the end of September, the company announced disappointing forecasts, a drop in customer traffic, and a closure of 14 restaurants. Cracker Barrel's collapse might just be a matter of marketing, but it speaks volume about the conservative wave in the U.S. Oh, not the evil conservatives. Please, someone save us. The chain's management had not intended to wade into America's culture wars, but found itself unwillingly thrust into the unwillingly, by the way. Yeah, let's change something for no reason, and completely not expect people to be outraged about this. To understand what Cracker Barrel's old country store represents, you need to step inside one of its quaintly decorated restaurants, rocking chairs on the porch, country music in the background. Hell yeah, praise be. Southern-inspired comfort food, chicken stew, meatloaf, and more. The first restaurant opened in '69 in Tennessee, and the sepia tone atmosphere quickly caught on with the other states. You won't find these restaurants along the prime avenues of New York and San Francisco. They're mostly located near highway exits and attract both local families and travelers alike. Now, this completely ignores the fact that the food is absolute balls now. It's absolute unwashed cheeks, and no one wants it for good reason because everything's frozen. We've covered that in the past, but they're not going to dive into that. It says the logo design in the late 70s captured the spirit. It feathers an old man, Uncle Herschel, leaning on a barrel of crackers. The word cracker is ambiguous since the Southern slang. It also refers to a poor-ass white dude, which is me. I am the cracker. It was meddling with a symbol of the bygone America that Cracker Barrel elicited so much fury. The announcement that the logo would be simplified by removing Uncle Herschel and the restaurant's interior would be renovated triggered a wave of outrage. This could have remained limited to negative feedback generally. And they're blaming this on a conservative movement, which I'm going to be completely fair. There's probably some truth to that. Now, whether it's a conservative movement and more of a fatigue movement, everybody wanting forcible change, killing what's old, killing that what came before, not remembering and not honoring is something that I think is getting to a lot of people. I don't know if you remember when Star Wars came out, the entire slogan for the new Star Wars trilogy was, we must leave the past in the past and kill that. We got to kill it forever. And I'm like, honoring stuff is what we should be doing. We should be honoring Luke and Leia, not making them be superheroes or die from exhaustion from force projecting themselves. But here's the actual reason they're claiming that they're being swindled. It's the big cover-up. There's actually a giant cover-up going on right now, and you don't even know. You have no idea what's going on. It's actually much more nefarious than you could have possibly imagined. It's not actually people being upset. It's something far, far worse, far more orchestrated, something that you could never understand, apparently, from what they think. And I'm going to tell you exactly what that is right now. And what it is bots. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but every time anything happened that was a popular change in, let's say, the culture of the last couple of years, they just claimed it was not real people. It was just bots from Russia for some reason, because back then that Russia was evil. That was the big bad ghost. Yeah, so they're claiming the old tried and true method of cover-up is the reason Cracker Barrel actually had backlash was not anything they did. It was actually just Russian bots. That's what happened. Russian bots got us again. Damn, how sad. Well, they got us again with the Russian bots. It says, you've doubtlessly heard of the Cracker Barrel's bland, now retracted logo that's omitted its classic old-timer character. It spurred outrage across social media, became a symbol of culture war, and tanked the stock price and caused an expensive rollback of not only the logo, but the remodeling campaign. But here's the research. It says most of the social media outcry was actually fake. It was Russia. No one was actually upset. They actually liked the changes. They liked the garbage. The garbage changes was really cool. Or I want you to very, very sharply pay attention here. Or could be bots. And that, my friends, is the key phrase. That's the most important thing about this whole video. Could be bots, meaning they have no idea. They're just saying that, 44%, it could be bots, which means 0% could also be bots. And the outrage could totally be legitimate. But they're trying to say anything that could be seen as unpopular, which is something that I would agree with, is actually totally fake. It's not real. It's bots. You're actually unpopular and everybody hates you. Okay, we need progress by any means necessary. And no bot will stop me. Hot diggity damn. How silly. Among those calling for a boycott of the store, 49% appear to be fake or could be bots, not meaning they are. Signs of bot activity included the use of duplicate messages, reposting the same thing over and over, and posting nearly around the clock, which is what I did. Am I a bot? I'm living and breathing, bro. Do I look like a bot to you? I doubt it. Beep-boop, beep-boop. Later, authentic accounts, including Senator Marsha Blackburn and even Donald Trump himself, caught on to the backlash, but it appears the apparent groundswell of support that helped elevate it to a national story was, at least in part, fabricated. So they're claiming that somehow, even before everybody got involved, there was just a bunch of bots that were like, yeah, fuck Cracker Barrel. Right? The only way I could see this even being a real thing is if Cracker Barrel orchestrated it themselves to give themselves more name recognition in the marketplace. Yes, you're going to lose a amount of money, but money doesn't really mean anything anymore, apparently, nowadays. It's like GameStop stock. They don't make profit. They don't give a damn. Name recognition is what means everything, especially on social media. That's the only way I could see it being a thing. If it's all a big conspiracy and they actually did it to themselves. It says there's an ecosystem of people who are looking for anything to grasp onto. There has been a vibe shift, and I don't think that companies have quite caught on yet. It says it's easy to say merely that companies should monitor social media mentions for bots and ignore them. But unfortunately, bot traffic can get stories trending, which can allow them to have large, authentic accounts to catch wind and elevate these stories to a true crisis. At that point, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at that point, right? It says, unfortunately, there's a limited number of options for companies dealing with this. X declined to comment, of course. It's all Elon Musk's problem. It says, because it even implies that Elon Musk says he's taking care of it. It says he's taking care of it, bros. It's all the bots. None of it's real. Everything you see online is actually fake. You know that cartoon that was shared a lot recently? The cartoon that was created by the guy that gloriously cheered on Charlie Kirk's death on Blue Sky recently. This happened like today. I don't know the name of the show, but I'm sure you've seen it. Main character has blue hair, and they're trying to pump in some good old-fashioned ideology, you know, like they've been doing in cartoons for years. When I was growing up, they just told you to be a good person. Apparently, that's not good enough anymore. But I digress. That guy went after Charlie Kirk, right? But if you're actually upset about that, you're just a bot. You're not real. They're going back to 2019 tactics, and I'm just here to tell you it's not going to work. I'm sorry. We've heard it all before, and we're done with it. So get the hell on it, doggone it. Jeez. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What's up, dude? Chronic, how you doing? Don't forget the gravy. Big shout out to Dravian. The red boy from Dravian is the man. Where are we at? We are farmers. 144 to Naked Snake. Holy balls, bro. We are close. We are close. But that's not all. We actually have this really interesting video I want to look at real quick. About Cracker Barrel as well. Yeah, Booger Boss, they're coming after me hard. They don't like me. They don't like me. Yeah, so where is the where was it? What was it? Oh, fuck, I didn't talk about Steak and Shake. Apparently Cracker Barrel and Steak and Shake are going at each other's throats right now. It's very funny. People are like, why did they not fire the CEO? And I'm like, because you can't just fire a CEO. You can vote a CEO off, but if you can't do that, then you have to pay the CEO $100 million to resign. And are they going to do that? I doubt it. I doubt it. You're not a part of their club. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. No way, no how. No way, no how. Renee Villarreal, big nickel. Where the hell you been at, brother? My boy coming in strong. Ho, with an orange boy. That's 124. What is up? Renee Villarreal, we love you, baby. Missed you. I missed you, man. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. And by forever, it's probably been like a week. But that's still a long time. A week's a long time, bro. A week is a long time. It's too long. It is too long, my friend. I hope you're doing well, brother. I hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah. Steak and Shake still trash? Yeah, it's gross. I remember somebody telling me how good Steak and Shake was, and then I went into Steak and Shake, and it was garbage. I hold another very unpopular opinion. I went to In-N-Out Burger when I was in California, and I went to In-N-Out Burger when I was in Arizona, and it sucked ass both times, and I don't understand why people love it so much. Can't explain it. I don't really understand. I will say, though, Five Guys, I've had Five Guys my whole life, and it's always been peak. And if you've never had it, fucking try it. It's like hot, piping delicious. In-N-Out just tastes like shittier McDonald's, you know? Dravian, we are trying, guys. This is a call out to all those who can keep the nigga snake alive. Can we keep it alive? Because Dravian and Renee Villarreal, they're doing what?
I'm doing my part.
I'm damn straight. Thank you, Dravian. Appreciate you, brother. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. All right. Those floppy ass fries. Yeah, that was the worst part, was the fries. Didn't like it. It was like they were just like no substance, man. Zero substance. Not good. Not good. All right, let's pull this up. So we're gonna get a good idea of what's going on here with Crackle Barrel. On apparently Tommy Lauren's show. It says his granddaughter, Andrea Caft, carried on tradition, keeping products American soul, but when the brand embraced the new work agenda, everything changed. Tommy Lauren is joined by Andrea and her husband, Alex. Andrea is apparently the granddaughter of Ollie Qualls, the company that supplied Crackle Barrel with the peg game. Interesting. This is going to be interesting. I'm excited for this. Royal We, you are a monster. And oh yeah, somebody banned Royal We. It was not that good, man. I'll try it again. I'll be in Las Vegas next week, and I'll be in Phoenix a few weeks. I'll try it again. Look, I'm gonna try it. I'll try it again, but I'm telling you, I'm just not having a good time with it. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, man. Thank you, Royal We, and big shout out to Renee Villarreal. Been working to pay off some medical bills. Also, be posting my first YouTube video soon. Oh, hell yeah. Everybody go subscribe to Renee Villarreal. Give him some love. We'll check it out. Make sure you send me a link when you post it. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate you. Pink Boy coming in strong, putting us only 66 and a half away from naked. Snake. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Renee coming in strong, boys. Coming in strong for you, man. I appreciate you. We're so close. We're so close. And this is early. This is early to be close. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate you. I love you. Big shout out to Renee Villarreal coming in strong for you, boy, tonight. I really appreciate all the support. It's been awesome today. Awesome to see. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you. And if you are a member on the show, if you've been a member for a long time, consider becoming a Royal Familot Night. It's like $10 more or something, and helps your boy out a lot. If you want to be a big time supporter of your boy's beautiful show that he put so much work into, then you order the wrong thing. What? I should be able to go order anything, Royal We. Okay. This is like when I'm tired of women being shitty, and they're like, oh, you're choosing the wrong women. I'm like, what? Are you saying I'm not a good judge of character, Royal We? Because I know my fat ass is a good judge of French fries and burgers, okay? What are you trying to say? Come on, dude. I fucking love Arby's. I used to love Arby's. When I was a teenager, I'd go to Arby's and get like the extra large Arby's sandwich. And it was like this fucking big. Came in like a giant plastic tub. it was only like $11. Now that's probably like $100 to buy. All right, let's see what Tommy Lauren has to say about the this is the granddaughter of somebody that's worked with Cracker Barrel since the beginning, apparently.
They are coming out to make it look like everything's normal and like they didn't just toss us after 56 years. You know, they pride themselves on their traditional values.
What's disappointing to me is that the whole about face after the logo, people are like, all right, we'll back off them, like they made the right decision. And in some ways they probably did, but it sounds like there's a lot of deep-rooted issues that are beneath the surface.
You know what's really interesting about this mostly is the fact that they made like a tweet supporting some guy on Twitter, right? And now everybody's like, good job, Cracker Barrel. We love you. And I'm like, hold on. Like a month ago, they were doing stupid shit. Is all it takes is like one PR thing and they're suddenly cool again. It's very interesting. I've never really understood that thought process, right?
To have you guys. I'm really looking forward to what you have to share with my audience, you know, how this all came to be, just to give my audience a little backstory here. Before we got all the logo changes and all.
Do you want to start?
Sure. Well, thanks first and foremost for having us and, you know, just giving us the platform to let our voices be heard. We're thankful for this opportunity and, you know, we just want to tell our story and how much they've truly changed. You know, stemming back to 2020, whenever COVID happened, we definitely felt that hard left shift, if you will. You know, the closure happened. The world went crazy. We had to close our doors for 6 months at a time. And during that whole event, we had zero cash flow at all. And whenever we reopened, of course, you probably remember being in the Nashville area also, how crazy the restrictions were at that time. So I was going in by myself, you know, doing everything start to finish, from cutting it into the triangle, drill, stamp it, deliver, you know, making all the arrangements with all the Erupts there. And you know, it was tough to regroup after that happened because we were moving at a good pace. In the beginning, we had good inventory in the warehouse.
Keep in mind, these are the people that have supplied Cracker Barrel for years with the peg game. If you guys have ever been to Cracker Barrel, they have this peg game that you can play on the tables. Okay, these are the people that have supplied it for years. And when the COVID did happen, there was this, like, this is the one thing. It's like these companies they always find themselves in areas that were really deeply affected with closures. If you were in Alabama, you were totally fine. You know, you could do whatever. That's the difference between like areas. I know people that were on lockdown for months. I was like, we didn't even do that in Alabama for 2 seconds, bro. It's wild.
House. And then when they reopened, our inventory was immediately depleted because they were trying to make up for that lost time. And again, with all the crazy restrictions, it was hard to really bounce back just for the cost of goods, you know, the cost of labor. Everything was just really expensive. They knew that we were the little man and they knew that we were their only customer. So they kind of called the shots in a sense.
So
they paid us when they felt like paying us.
I just want to go back a little bit so people know the backstory. How long has your family been making the peg game for Cracker Barrel, or how long had they been making the game for Cracker Barrel?
So we actually my family started with Cracker Barrel on day one. The first day that Cracker Barrel was open, our games were on their tables. My grandfather, Ollie Qualls, was friends with the founder, Danny Evans. So yeah, so you'll see here, that's my grandfather up top and my grandmother, Sue, on the bottom. So they started with Cracker Barrel, like I said, on day one. It was cool. They got together and they decided that it would be neat to put a game on the table. So my grandfather and my dad, Adrian Qualls, they all got together and came up with this idea.
And I have a feeling, that this relationship's going to break down probably in the recent years for obvious reasons with strange culture push.
And put that on the tables. So yeah, we've been with Cracker Barrel since day one. In fact, I would like to point out too that Cracker Barrel actually said this quite often in their social media references, were like on their Instagram for their 50th anniversary in 2019. That was the year that we took over the business, Alex and I. And they came in and did like a whole social media workup. That was their idea. They wanted to come in and celebrate their 50th anniversary and really glorified the fact that they were so loyal to their vendors and giving us reason to believe that we had a good relationship at that time.
So that's 2019.
So then what happens? Right? So a leadership change. Let's look. I want to look up something real quick. Oh, The CEO of Crackle Barrel has only been there for barely a year and a half. No, that makes a lot of sense. Oopsies. Uh-oh. Yeah, I see where this is going. She came in and was like, everybody's fired. It's my time to shine, baby. My time to shine. Let's get more into the sauce. I wanted to look that up. I just had a feeling.
So I first started noticing that it was not long after everything reopened after COVID. They came up with this idea for the world's smallest pet game, and they were making miniature, variations of like the checker games and a few odds and ends in the retail store that they wanted to do the world's smallest version. And they wanted to do that with the pet game also. And they kind of saw that as a new opportunity to kind of revamp the product. And they had mentioned to us at that time that they're thinking about revising the text on there. And we were firm in putting our foot down because the wordage on the game was the same as it was since 1969. It was all by her grandfather. That's what made Qualls and Son Novelties what it is. So we weren't willing to bend on that. So we stuck to our guns, and that kind of got.
I bet they reached out and was like, "You guys need to put hashtag BLM on all your games." It's like, wait, well, hold on. Hold on. Who's the CEO right now?
Words were they? What words or what themes were they worried about?
So on line 3, it says if you leave 3 or more pegs, you're pretty dumb. They didn't like the name calling. Pretty dumb. Excuse me.
Plain dumb, yeah.
Yeah. And line 4 says if you leave 4 or more pegs, you're an ignoramus. I think now it says something ridiculous like if you leave 4 or more pegs, don't be embarrassed, just try again.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So they were worried
So
about.
they may as well start putting a participation award inside each bagged unit.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't want to call anybody names. That's just too far.
When you say like offensive and irrelevant nature of the language, people are thinking like, wow, you must have had, the F word on there or something, or like it must have been pretty bad. But it's just like, oh no, you're dumb, or you're an ignoramus. Oh, okay. Well, it's a game. But I guess 2020 was a real stupid year. You had COVID. You had the Summer of Love for George Floyd, of course, where
2020 was an interesting year. I think they pushed so hard at a lot of really strange stuff that eventually when it started getting to normal people, like rural ass people, they're like, this is lame. I'm tired of this, and that's all it took to kind of shift back. But it took a couple of years.
I guess calling people dumb is offensive, but burning down Target isn't. It's interesting the way that works. So you held your ground on that. How did that impact your business?
That kind of got the wheels turning. Like I felt something was up, with the liberal hard shift there. So they didn't try to poke the bear too much. They left it alone. And then fast forward to 25, I get called into a meeting and they told me granted, this was called a touch base meeting, mind you. I thought it was a regrouping moment. And they said that they were just going to cut to the chase. They said that our wording is no longer relevant and slightly offensive. And they found another supplier to start producing for the retail side.
I called it before it even started. They're going to get rid of their long-standing partnership. And I guarantee you their other supplier is just themselves.
Which was the bulk of our bottom line. And without that side of our business, we were sunk immediately.
So this has happened recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So how does this coincide with the rebranding? Because this rebranding was maybe 3 weeks ago, not even a month ago, that they rolled out the new logo. They were so proud of it. They took, they basically sanitized it and made it just a more boring version, taking out all the Southern charm and appeal. That was like their big rebrand.
They are trying to just make it like a boring ass coffee shop. That's what they're trying to do. That was their whole idea, was to make it the most boring coffee shop on the planet. And try to get wine moms. Like, I don't really know who they were trying to sell this for. To be fair, they were probably just trying to sell it to themselves, right? Every new executive that comes in or CEO that comes in is always trying to make their mark. Keep in mind, the CEO, the new CEO that everybody's demanding gets fired, is very new, like barely a year and nine months. You know what I'm saying? That's making pretty much all these decisions. And all these decisions are terrible, if you haven't noticed yet.
But how did that and that team, did that overlap at all with what they did to you guys? Was it the same people in charge calling those shots, or was it a different part of that entity that decided that, you guys were no longer in vogue for them?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was just kind of laying out the groundwork for the direction they were headed. Even in that same meeting, they wouldn't tell me what the wording was going to be changed to, but they just wanted to force our hand at it. If we wanted to move forward with them, our product has to be revised, or that's it.
Wow. And so what was your response to that?
It was a heartbreaking moment.
Well, they probably are going to revise it, right? Because if this is bulky your bottom line, it's like, lose our entire business, or, stand beside principles. And principles don't pay for your mortgage. Unfortunately, I know that's like hard to hear, but that's the truth,
For 3 generations of hard work, and, it wasn't just a family business, it was our legacy. We had planned on taking care of it and, you know, continuing to build it and passing it down to our kids. But that dream came to a screeching halt with the direction they wanted to head as a company. But, you know, even with that, as saddening as this whole thing has been, I'm glad that we stuck to our guns as far as like what Qualls and Son Novelties is as a brand. And we didn't cave to woke pressure.
Right.
Like they did.
So it's interesting because, you know, the company took a lot of heat for changing the logo and people are like, don't do this. This is dumb. And then they did a real about face. And they're like, all right, you're right. We're going to put it back. And, you know, it seemed like all is well. It seemed like, okay, well, we changed the logo back. Like, don't worry, guys. We're not woke anymore. Or we're not, you know, we're not modern anymore. We're going back to the old way.
And they also were going to keep the decor change too until people kept freaking out about it.
A recent press release said some things are not going away, like the rockers or the peg game. Like they're really trying to say, hey guys, don't worry. Like we tried to do something fun and new and we're not doing that anymore. But you're telling me that that's not necessarily the reality.
Right. Exactly. They are coming out to make it look like everything's normal and like they didn't just toss us after 56 years. I mean, you know, they pride themselves on, you know, their traditional values.
It's wild to me too, because the money that they spent on these orders for these peg games probably pales so starkly in comparison to the actual money they put into the decor change that they immediately reneged on, right? So what is the point of them destroying this relationship other than doing it on sheer change, forced change that didn't need to happen?
And their vintage Americana is how they put it, which I don't know about you, but I think like tossing out your oldest vendor 56 years since day one, as they like to say, you know, doesn't really scream loyalty.
So who's making the peg game for them now? Do you know?
There is a company in Georgia who assembles them. That is what the box says. The box that they arrived to Cracker Barrel in says that they are assembled in Georgia. And from what I understand, that means that they were not made in the United States. Now, you can't quote me on that. I don't know that for sure, but it sure looks
That's 100% what it means.
like that's what that means. I looked it up actually. So it supposedly means that they're going overseas to get their peg game. Save a buck.
Yeah, I'm sure that probably has something to do with it too. There's also been some deep dives done by independent journalists, especially based here in Tennessee, on beyond just the logo, like some of the other woke things happening behind the scenes, the employee pronouns and the this and the woke and the LGBTQ and all the DEI and all, all that stuff.
Here's the issue with companies. Companies move at a turtle's pace, right? I saw this when I worked at GameStop all the time. They'll implement something that's popular. They even do it now with memes, like in movies. And by the time it rolls out, it's no longer popular. You ever watched a movie where like a meme is presented, like a popular meme is presented, but it hasn't been popular in a year and a half, but the movie's finally out and they put a weird stale meme in it and it falls flat on its face? That's what the point is. Like by the time Cracker Barrel implemented all these silly ass programs, they were very unpopular. You know what I'm saying? Because it took them years to roll it out.
Was so commonplace, certainly from 2020 to 2024. I mean, every company, it seems like every company adopted that. They were all in on the woke, right? So there was more under the surface of Cracker Barrel than just the logo and just the peg game. Like they were actually undercover, felt like somebody kind of hijacked that brand and decided they were going to be a woke brand. What insight can you give us on, what you saw or what you noticed as a family that's been working with them for 50 plus years? Were there other things beyond just the woke language changes they wanted to make that you noticed in leadership?
Well, they started just dropping all these subtleties, like, thinking back to 21, 22, somewhere around then, when Pride Month was coming around the corner, they advertised it with rainbow rockers on their front porch. And right then we knew this isn't headed in a good direction. And I don't know if this is going to necessarily give us job security with the direction they want to go.
Based. He's like, oh, dude, I saw the rainbow rockers and that was too much. My man knows. He felt it. He felt it in him's bones. He felt it to him's bones.
You're no longer in partnership with Cracker Barrel. Do you have any optimism and hope that this resurgence of true Americana is going to get you guys back to where you used to be?
Well, yes and no.
I highly doubt it. If they're going on like Tommy Lauren's shows to expose Cracker Barrel, yeah, that relationship's not coming back. But it might lead to them getting more contracts, which would be good,
No, because we're not going to let this take us down. We're not going to let this be the end of it. But that being said, we did have to close our doors with them taking that much of their business elsewhere and then giving us no real choice on the rest of it. They wouldn't even tell us what they were putting on the new game.
So,
sorry.
I totally understand.
I'm not trying to be dramatic.
Well, listen,
we
you
had to-
have every right to be dramatic because this is your family's business. I think everybody understands that. Like, this isn't a small thing. This is your entire life, you know, and that's why I think it's so important that people understand, and not even just in this specific case of Cracker Barrel, but just on a larger scope, what happens when you take away somebody's family business or the livelihood that they depend on and that they've built for generations. It's not just about the money coming in, it's about the legacy. And when you rip that away from somebody and you leave them with no option, it's, you know, understandably a very emotional thing. And you're not.
What people probably don't realize is whether, I mean, it doesn't really matter where your political opinions or social opinions lie. That's fine. You know, everybody has the right to believe whatever. That's totally cool. But there is a portion of people, especially in like the professional life and like Hollywood, entertainment, what have you, where you have to align. And if you do not align, you will be cast out. And you'll actually see this a lot currently because there's a weird culture shift where actors and companies are eating each other alive right now. Like they're going after each other's throats because people are starting to change. And a good example is Emma Watson trying to claim that actually all that stuff I was talking about a couple years ago, you know, it was actually not really about what was going on. It was more of how it was being said, and it was a little mean, and that's why I was offended. And also I love J.K. Rowling. And then J.K. Rowling came out and lit her ass on fire, which was beautiful to see. I really enjoyed seeing her say that she lived in poverty as she wrote the book that made Emma Watson famous. And that was just a beautiful thing. That was a beautiful thing. And this looks like it's this looks like the statement from Cracker Barrel right here.
Following this interview with Andrea and Alex Kraft, Cracker Barrel reached out to Tommy Lahren is Fearless to provide a statement in response, offering clarification on their perspective. Quote, "We deeply value the long history of partnership we had with Qualls & Sons Novelties and would have welcomed the chance to continue sourcing entirely from them. Unfortunately, they could not meet our supply needs, so we partnered with a different family business in Georgia to ensure our tradition of the peg game continues. We would be open to exploring ways to also resume a partnership with Qualls & Sons Novelties in the future."
I love how, what does this statement mean? This is what we just heard. This statement isn't clarifying anything. They couldn't meet our supply needs. They're saying right here they wouldn't change the peg game. That's what they're saying. That's all they're saying. They wouldn't change the peg game. Yes, we just heard that. You didn't really do anything, Cracker Barrel. You didn't help us at all. This didn't change anything. Goofy bastards. Yeah, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but it's been really satisfying watching Cracker Barrel burn to the ground. It's all bullshit. It's all PR. None of it's real. It's all just trying to save their own skin, and they're not doing a very good job, unfortunately. Billy says, "We're 59 naked snake, please, Jesus." Oh, Royal Wee says, every time In-N-Out was amazing food-wise. When I went through the drive-thru, my burger wasn't spread over 3 counties. Fries do suck, though. What the hell does that mean, Royal Wee? What are you trying to say about 3 counties? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. What are you trying to say? Fries do suck. Well, see, look, this is my thing. Five Guys, the burger's delicious, popping hot, juicy, and the fries are hot and they burn my mouth. That's what I want. Billy Hatcher. We're now 50 from Naked Snake. Let's save the streak. Oh, my God. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. We are exactly 50 from Naked Snake, Billy. Hey, Mr. Black Star. How you doing, brother? How you doing, brother? And we're 80 memberships from Fight Milk. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. Appreciate ya. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. Just look at us. Look how good we're doing today. Thank you, guys. We're right there. We're right there, lined up 50 away from the Snaky Snake. Not sure. Why are you here so late, man? Not sure is here. He's here so late. How you doing, brother? I'm not sure about you. Okay. Not sure about you, brother. How you doing? Not sure. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good, my friend. Welcome back. 50 likes from 300. Make sure you guys spam the like button, please. Very important to your boy. I am your boy. That is me. It is me. Late at 6:45 a.m. Where the hell are you located at? You in Japan or something, son? What are you doing with your life? You in Japan, brother? Come on, brother. Come on, man. Come on, man. Hold on. Ask McDonald's. Wait. Ask McDonald's to add mayo to McDouble. I said add mayo, not bukkake. The damn burger was sweet, Jesus. They put a lot of mayo on it, huh? Yeah. I just get McDoubles plain. And I shouldn't say plain. I get McDoubles, no alterations. I fucking love McDoubles, bro. They have good macros too, bro. Whenever I'm in a pinch and I need some protein, some calories, dude, I'll get 2 of them bitches, smash one, an hour later, smash another. I used to do that all the time. And I was in really good shape. Yeah. If I couldn't, like if they were out of grilled chicken wraps, I'd just get 2 McDoubles. Similar macros, shockingly enough. Thank you, Sad Lad. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. A new Xbox commercial just dropped. What is this? What is this? This looks like a, let's check it out. Hypnotic may be trolling my ass.
He promised me! He promised he would not raise the prices again! I hate him!
Why won't you guys leave the multi-billion-dollar company alone?
I sure love paying more money to my Xbox daddy.
Oh shit, I heard Game Pass is going up in price. We lit. If Xbox keeps us like this, we're gonna beat Bonnie Blue's record for cock.
Stupid fanboy. Stupid fanboy.
Welcome to Xbox, where we have no identity and love to screw you in the process.
So Game Pass increased its price. Damn, brother. That's brutal, man. That's brutal as hell. Yeah, Jesus, boys. Game Pass. They done goofed, boys. They done goofed. Effective today, they say. Whew. It says Ultimate Game Pass is now 50% more expensive. Oh. I love how they always do this. They always add different tiers. Oh, you know how you could just do one thing? For now we have all these tiers. Enjoy. They're trying the Netflix method. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works out for them. I've never had Game Pass, so I wouldn't know. You know? Get the ultimate pass for $1 billion. Dravio! Oh my God. Naked Snake has been achieved. Dravian, my boy, jumping on board alongside Renee Villarreal. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. So many beautiful people giving your boy some love today, and that puts the Naked Snake to 513 in a row. Dravian, the heavy hitter tonight. Thank you, Dravian, so much. I love you. I appreciate you. That is not the right number. $500,000. We really did well today. No. Could you imagine? Boom, brother. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Dravian kicking that ass cheeks today. Thank you, dude. Dravian with a pink boy. He says, fuck it, I'll do it live. To quote Bill O'Reilly, Naked Snake lives. It lives. It lives. Thank you, man. Dravian's the GOAT today. Thank you, Dravian. We love you, buddy. We love you. We appreciate you. What a beautiful man. Thank you, dude. Satellite Chess says Game Pass is not 50% more expensive. In other news, the Steam fall sale is going on right now, and I've spent so much damn money. Somebody stopped me. Why are you not spending that on me, Satellite? I thought we were friends. This is a DSP stream now. Money, please. Thank you, Satellite. Appreciate you, brother. That puts the Naked Snake over the mark. Now we're 80 memberships from the Fight Milk for all goals, all achieved, all at the same time. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the love from my boys today. You guys have been kick-ass. A very memorable day. A lot of memorable love. And I appreciate you guys for everything you do for me. Somebody just followed me that has like 2 million followers. Who is this? I don't know who this is. I have no idea who it is. Did they buy followers? They get like 1 like on their post. 107 million followers. 1.7 million followers and no engagement at all. It's spooky. All right. Memories. Well, I missed the chicken salad sandwich and carrot salad for Chick-fil-A. I don't eat salad because I'm a man. I don't eat rabbit food. I'm a man. A manly man. Okay. Got real things to do, real things to take care of, real things to talk about. Okay. This is real life. Okay. If you guys don't know, I'll be in Las Vegas in 9 days. Having a good time out there. So if you guys are in or around Las Vegas, let me know. We'll be hanging out, do some meetups. Be fun. I'm gonna have a good time. Very, very excited. We're gonna have a lot of people. So don't forget about that. We'll have a new video tomorrow, and then I'll have 2 videos tomorrow. I think I'll have one tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. Christine Grifton, what's up? So we're gonna have a lot of fun. And shame on Cecil and shame on Nick Rekieta. Nick for not coming and hanging out with me tonight and celebrating, and Cecil for just being Cecil. Cecil for just being Cecil. Damn you, Cecil. How could you? You know what? Your food is cruel. Sad lads are swimming through a sea of gelatin and bone marrow while the children all ride triceratops, sleeping on a pillow made of pumpernickel bread. What song is that? What System of a Down song is that? Now, to be fair, their lyrics are always pretty wild. Banana, 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 terracotta, terracotta pie. Banana, 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 terracotta pie. Meow. Vicinity of obscenity in your eye, terracotta pie. Hey, terracotta pie. Hey. Banana, 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 terracotta pie. Thank you, sad lad. Is last as if you tried Whataburger. There's a Whataburger next door to my gym, and I've never tried it. I don't like to eat fast food. I try my damnedest to not eat fast food ever. It's not a thing I like to do. But it does happen. Like when I'm on the road, I'll eat it, but I try to not eat it any other time. Thank you, Islas. Appreciate you. Like usually it's when I'm out of town. If I'm at home, I do not eat fast food when I'm home. I refuse. But if it's 2 a.m. in a hotel, I've got to. Now, Vegas, I won't have to. They have room for service 24/7. My happy ass is going to be getting some freaking hot wings at like 3 a.m. in the room, bro. Whataburger tastes just like Sonic. I used to love Sonic. But then one day, I noticed that Sonic smelled like guinea pigs, and I never ate it again. Very weird. It's very strange. I can't explain it. It's just one of those things. Also, I can't explain why we're not to 300 likes yet. Give your boy some love today, please. Thank you. Please and thank you. I'm waiting to that one day that I get rated on YouTube so I can celebrate. I'm going to raid somebody. 1-2 cents is streaming. We might do that, actually. Because I raid people a lot. No one ever rates me. I know I'm a bitch. I'm complaining. I'm complaining a little bit. A little bit pissed off, but it's fun. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll raid 1-2 cents. We're going to raid 1-2 cents, guys. That's for sure. Yeah, we're going to do that shit. Where's he at? Do you like Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich? Oh, yeah. I do. I really, really do. Retro Gamer, how you doing, buddy? I'm not eating Sonic in 8 years. I have not had Sonic since 2019, probably. Maybe. It might have been earlier. I think last time I went to Sonic was like in 2019 with PDH, like that long ago. I think. It might have been longer ago though, because I'm kind of picturing it, and I'm seeing different people. I'm like, maybe it was longer. The spicy, the Popeye spicy chicken sandwich is the goat. Easily the best. When they came out, man, I was freaking putting them down, bro. Now, to be fair, when they came out, I did not eat fast food at all, 0%. So it had to be a special occasion. So I didn't eat it as much as I would have liked. That was back when I was like 150 pounds cut. Royal Wee, you just toss it. Royal we just gonna toss it. I guess that's what we're doing. We're tossing it. I'm mostly go to Sonic for the Oreo cheesecake shake. Fuck. Man, we gotta talk about fucking shakes, bro. And ice cream. Do any of you regularly eat ice cream like on a regular basis? Can somebody explain the thought process on that shit? That's crazy to me. I had ice cream like a month ago or 2 months ago, and it was the first time I had it in like a year or maybe 9 months. And I was like, damn, it was pretty good too. It was Cold Stone. And yeah, I know people that eat ice cream every night, and I'm like, how the fuck do you sleep at night? I'd feel like just a bad person. I know I'm not judging anybody. I would just for me, I'm like, damn, I don't know how people do that. You have to earn my life today. Ashley, what the hell am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, Ashley? It's my crack, Mr. Blackstar. It's my crack. We don't have Carl's Jr.'s. We have Hardee's. Yep. Hardee's and what is the other one? Rallies and Checkers. Rallies and Checkers. Yeah, Erica is for sure. For sure, dude. 100%. If you ever go to Milwaukee's Speedway again, go to Leon's for ice cream. Leon's? Gosh, you're so judgmental. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Pumpkin pie ice cream from Hib just came out, so I'll probably eat some of that. I do not like pumpkin stuff. I've never PDH love. I fucking can't stand pumpkin stuff. Saul, what's up, baby? Rally's fries are cooked with the funnel cakes, and they are amazing. I used to get Rally's fries from Walmart. So they had the bag of Rally's fries, like actual, and I would just put them in a fryer. I used to have a fryer in my kitchen because I was a fat motherfucker, and I would throw Rally's fries in them bitches. This was when I was obese. Albatross! I went to a restaurant that let you mix Boozy or milkshakes. It was sick. Now that I could get on board with. You know, I can make the excuse if it's alcohol. You know what I'm saying? The freaking super chats are still coming after we hit Naked Snake. You guys are goated today. I appreciate you. Albatross coming in. Thank you, buddy. Trump eats fast food. He does. He loves that shit. You know, if I was like 70 something, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd eat fast food. If I'm like late 70s, yeah, I'm probably gonna eat fast food. Fuck it. Right? But now, like I have like 20 years of staying in relatively good shape, and I'm gonna fucking utilize that. How am I your neighbor, Carlos? Okay. I made Boozy shakes once. Boozy shakes, hell yeah. The old booze shakes. 38 likes until the booze shakes arrives at 300 likes. They shut down Rallies here for health violations. Well, I'm not surprised. That place is gross. The fries are great though, but God, it's a gross looking place. It always looks really grimy. What's up, Chadwick? What did you see, brother? I want the terracotta pie. Hey, terracotta pie. Hey, terracotta pie. You live here. Where's here? Where the hell's here, Carlos? What the hell? We just had a bunch of tacos. I want some tacos, bro. I had rotisserie chicken today, and I'm gonna go eat some more of it. Some more of the breast. I ate like one of the legs earlier because I was in a rush to get on the stream. My macros have been perfect today. But I'm gonna go down there and eat some more. It's gonna be good. You're just so much better than us fats. Yes, Ashley, yes. This is true. This is true. At least 95% of your fat's in your ass, Ashley. That's a good thing. Huntsville, Birmingham. Oh, wait, you live in between them like Jasper or something? I saw what got posted on your Twitter for the show. What? Hold on, let me go look. Got posted on my Twitter from the show. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, yeah, chill out. Oh my God. You silly boy. Make queso con carne. I'm hungry now. Yeah, do me too. I'm excited. I'm gonna go downstairs and peel me off one of them chicken breasts and just put it in my face, bro. Ashley, oh my gosh, she gave me the pair that thumbs me up. She gave me the thumb pair. Thank you. The thumb pair. I wish I could play freaking games with my boy tonight, Sean, but he's working. In the ghetto, and his mama cried. In the ghetto. Oh, let me text Sean. Nope, that's not the right number. Where's Sean at? You getting off early, bro? Oh, really? Try to get some MCR tickets. That'd be great. Thank you, Ashley. Appreciate you. We love you, Ashley. Barbecue or grilled. The chicken breast I have is just plain ass chicken breast. It's like a rotisserie chicken you can get from like Costco. I'm just peel off pieces and throw it in my gullet. That's what I do. It's the easy way to live. The easy way is the way I like to do things, okay? It's the way I like to do things, boys. I will be live Saturday. Don't forget, guys. We're going to be live Saturday. We're going to party. We're going to have a great-ass time. I hope you guys are ready. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really, really fun. Don't miss that. I'll have a new video tomorrow, of course. Of course, we never fail to give you the videos, okay? The big, old, delicious videos. So that's going to be fun. I was hungry, then I drank a glass of whiskey. Now, that's what I need to do, but I can't. I try to only drink one day per week or maybe one day every 2 weeks. And I drank 3 Claws last night playing with Sean on fucking Steam. So that's my day, I think. Might do it on Sunday. I don't know. What does Sean say? All right, let's do Naked Snake for the boys, and then we're going to raid 1, 2 cents. Big shout out to all the peeps today. Freaking Renee, I love you. I appreciate you. My spirit to yours. Dravian went insane with the Red Boys. I think Dravian was the only Red Boy today. Seabass McFat, appreciate you. Eric Eyes, Billy, you guys know who you are. PS2 Chopper with the 20 gift memberships. I appreciate you guys. You guys are freaking goated. Thank you so much for all the love today. It's been awesome to see. You guys ready? You guys ready? Fable Folly says I post 8 videos a day on 500 channels. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Fable? Let me go to your channel. Go to your channel. Post 5 videos a day, bro? Why? Why? There you are. I see you. You look like Sean. You look like Sean, kind of. And by Sean, I mean you have a beard and long hair. Whoa, there's a video about me. Whoa. Why didn't you tell me this? I'll subscribe to your ass. You should stream sometime so I can raid you, dude. Well, goddamn. It took you this long to tell me this. What the fuck? Waited forever. All right. Renee, oh my gosh. After Snake. Overtime. Oh my God. Holy hell. At that never happens, dude. Jesus, a Red Boy this late in the game, right before Snake. Holy shit, dude. Thank you, man. Gosh, that means a lot to me, man. It's been a weird couple weeks. It's been good. Don't get me wrong, but it's been a weird, so I really appreciate that. And I won't talk anymore about it because I'll get weird and emotional, but I appreciate that. I want a year without getting a blizzard. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I had surgery. And then as soon as I was able to drive, my thought process took me to get a small Oreo blizzard and a small sneaker blizzard. Going home and blend them together. I had surgery and he just like, I need ice cream right now. Well, that's what you do when you go to the dentist. They give you ice cream, right? Well, that's if you get your tonsils removed, right? Hey, you're doing good. You're doing good. You deserve it. You deserve it. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I will probably partake a little bit in the next month from now into, because I already have been I've been eating a little looser lately because it's my last month After November, I think 4th, my diet starts for the year. So I'll have like 60 to 90 days of cutting. It's going to be brutal. I'm excited though. I always like to get down to like 170 and get cut. This year I only got down to 178 and I was disappointed in myself. My abs were barely there. The year before though, I looked like a monster. That's the picture I always post. You know the one. If you follow me on Twitter, you know the picture. I look like a freaking swollen beast in that picture. Thank you, Renee. We love you. We appreciate you so much. The late night freaking Red Boys are partying with us. God damn, that's big, boys. That's the most we've had in a stream in fucking like 3 weeks. Damn, on a Wednesday, too. Damn, thank you, Renee. Big shout out to Renee Villarreal and the Ice Cream Boys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to do some Nega Snake. Dravian and Renee went hard today. Appreciate you guys. Beautiful people. Beautiful people. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. What's up, Mama Cuddles? How you doing, baby? There's a lot of you with damn Muppet faces. Wow, you got Muppet faces. I see you. Do you guys know each other? Do the Muppet people know each other? Steph, what's up, baby? How you doing? Steph has finally graced me with her presence. I'm guessing Cecil finally got offline. Damn you. Big shout out to Renee. We love you. All right. Let's do this. Let's do the Naked Snake for the boys. You guys know each other? You know it. I knew it. I knew it. I feel it in my bones, boys. You can't just have Muppet faces. All right, here we go. Naked Snake for the boys. Big shout out. I love you. Appreciate you. Christine says, how far back is the news and Aaron on the jail? I'll give you a rundown. Aaron violated his probation, the dissentment of revenge porn. He got sentenced to 364 days in prison, only to serve 15 unless he violates it again. So his prison sentence starts October 17th for 15 days, assuming he doesn't violate it. Which I'm assuming that means if I was him, I just wouldn't do my freaking show. I wouldn't risk it, bro. D what? Come on, brother. You know you want to see my titties. Come on, baby. So here we go. Nega Snake for the boys. Here we go. It's that time again, boys. Like the stream. We're 30 likes away from 300. Give us some love. Why is Ashley gonna be pissed? What'd she do?
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching, I'm melting to you.
Here we go, boys.
What a fear in my heart.
513.
You're so supreme.
In my time, Donna, there be nobody else. Cry, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, Snake Eater. Step.
Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive. For the day
Come on. I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
It was itchy. It was itchy, Ashley. In my time, there be nobody else. Crime, it's the way I lie to you. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. 513 in a row. Oh my God. Can you feel it? Here we go. Amazing. Thank you guys so much for all your love, all your support. Even Ashley's pissed. I have a freaking hair on my nose. Feel it. Even Ashley's pissed. Look, Ashley, hair grows back and it was itchy. Okay. Let me live my life, Ashley. Come on. Come on. Thank you guys so much for all your love today. We killed it, Dravian, Renee Villarreal, all the boys that came in strong today. Royal Wee was here. Thank you guys so much. My spirit to yours. I know I've already called you guys out, but I love you and I appreciate you. See Bass, Rob, freaking Erikias, Billy, you guys know who you are. I appreciate all the love today. You guys have been insane in the membrane, insane in the brain. I'll have a new video tomorrow morning. Don't miss it. And then tomorrow night probably as well. So we're going to raid 1 2 cents. Give 1 2 cents some love, please. We are 30 likes away from the goal on this stream. So make sure you hit the like button on your way out. And make sure you follow the raid. All you have to do is do nothing. And you will join the raid. You don't need to mess with anything. 1 2 cents is I think he might be a mod in my channel. He might not be, but he's the GOAT. So give him some love. I'll see you guys Saturday and tomorrow in the video. Make sure you find the video, click on it, and watch it. Don't be a bitch. Let's go. Support your trailer park boy. Hell yeah.